Everybody's doing well. We're back with a little bit of a delay. Well, I guess 2 hours delay almost. For Diana's third round game of the European Championships. Sorry that we couldn't be on earlier. There were some bit of a power outage building here, so couldn't go live. Sorry about that. Let's see what Diana's game looked like so far. I think she, yeah, she wanted to play d4, and her opponent, I think she wanted to play her collie, but opponent played 6, so she couldn't really. This Indian setup is anti-collie thing. You can't really play the collie. Her favorite opening is okay. Bye, go ahead or up head. Yeah, so her opponent played g6, a little bit annoying, but Diana worked for that as well. Played c4. She was ready for play the king's variation, but also do we have Luke commentating with me today? I'm not sure. We'll have to see about that. If he comes in, then yeah. I didn't talk to him today. I can tell him he's in demand to come in. But yeah, we'll see. But okay, let's look at the game so far. So c4 Diana played. We go into her opponent 7, but then decided no for us. We want to go into a Grunfeld. Said okay, but not classical line where we take the pawn. Takes 94. Then this setup with 5, where white gets a nice center, but black has pressure along diagonal against this pawn setup. But okay, none of this happened. So the went for the calmer e3, settling it a bit of a quieter game. Less theoretical, I would say. And yeah, both players just development castles, 7, all normal so far. Here Diana had her first big think, I think, up for 25 minutes here. Yeah, she had 1 hour 23 minutes and 25 minutes. I think some candidate moves consider would taking right away. That would be what I would have probably played. It makes it awkward, takes. Then develop your queen, you put extra pressure, and the knight will have to play awkward developing without being captured here. Okay, but oh, sound is cutting out. We see. If we can turn up the mic a little bit, maybe better that way. Let me know if it's better. If not, I'll try to see if I can fix it. Maybe I just speak too softly. That might be true. I'll just turn up the mic a little bit, or I can try to speak more clearly. Up and tell me to do that, but okay. Even if this goes the way of the GM games and is exceptionally boring, and then they agree to a draw, I think that's a win for Diana. Well, yeah, I think Diana would be decently happy with a draw just to get on the board, stop the trend, and definitely, yeah, against this opponent, she's very strong. WIM from France, but actually she's originally from, but now a French citizen. Her family is at least from Romania. She's actually also a streamer, if you guys know her, Andy Rect. Maybe we can just shout her out. I'm not entirely sure how to spell her name. Maybe it's with an underscore. Try that. I think it's this, but okay. Yes, yeah, exactly. That's who we rated last stream. Oh, hey Luke, if you want to come in, you're more than welcome. I always welcome a reason not to talk on my own for hours at a time. Strange opening choice, you're saying. What do you think? Why do you think it's strange? Actually, I think she just wanted to play her. She just wanted to play her collie, but then her opponent played g6. I think the expectation was that her opponent would play some Queen's Gambit decline thing. That's at least what she did in round 1. But okay, now she went with knight f6 and g6, and we got into this kind of a Grunfeld thing. Okay, but I think it looked good. Okay, here, queen b3, maybe not the first move to think of. I think queen c2 or takes or something like that would have been maybe more common. Actually, the most common move in the database is 3, king, and then takes d, and then rook e1. Okay, so not the most common move. Queen to b3 definitely. Actually, I don't think it's ever been played in a master game. Even though this is a position that's come up quite a bit. But I think queen e3 is definitely not a bad move. So they traded off the queens, went for a bit of a calmer game. Her opponent decided to take with the knight. Yeah, the rook b1. Yeah, I think there are some Grunfelds that are maybe. I think she doesn't want to go into this theoretical stuff. I think she just wanted to play her calm little setup. So knight b3, our opponent could have also thought about a takes b3 and opening up, but okay, decided not to do that. Yeah, I agree with that, Luke. I think I also think that he takes d5 first would have maybe been a little bit more natural. But okay, we traded off queens, then took, which allowed this knight to maneuver itself here without losing any tempi. So I'm not sure I was a great fan of that, but I think it looks okay still. I think here we could have maybe considered e4 as well, but that would have been a little bit sharper. Okay, we traded off some more pieces. Just bishop d2, developing from both sides, getting all the pieces in the game. Okay, then she drops her knight back, attacks her bishop, and we counterattack with a pin. Okay, and this is where the game stands right now. Diana at 32 minutes, her opponent at 41 minutes, which isn't too bad. I think this is time-wise. I mean, she's down on time, but I think this is the best time situation we've had so far. Yeah, probably black's just equal. Yeah, I don't think white can claim much of an advantage here, but also I think Diana isn't too unhappy with getting into this kind of a queenless position. Yeah, maybe play a little bit more strategically. But she has some ideas here, like with this bishop on this diagonal. We have ideas of this. Eventually, we can also just maybe play this at some point, forcing pawn to move, and then creating some dark square weaknesses in the long run. Lots of things to think about here. I think this is quite. I mean, it's a tame position, but at the same time, I think there's still room to go wrong here, definitely. It's not a boring position at all for now, I would say. Also, there's some imbalances. We have this structure here with a bit more central control for white, whereas black has this queenside majority, 3-on-2. So we'll have to see how that works out. I guess Diana wants to get an endgame quicker as she's rated 300 elo less on endgame. Agree to have a point each. Well, that's usually not Diana's philosophy. I think the thing she wanted to play, the collie, The pretty simple setup to go for, which leads to some attacking positions, usually for white, if that's at least white's ultimate goal. And generally, Diana likes her a little bit more violent positions and endgames. Let's say she's not one for the endgames, not one to rush for the endgames. But okay, I think today we wouldn't mind a draw at all. Our opponent is very strong. He's had a tough game yesterday, and getting on the board would be nice. And yeah, I think this would also bring her back up in the not lose rating. Would not have lost rating after these rounds if she crossed here today. Yeah, so I think a draw would definitely be a good result today, but I don't think there's any reason that we wouldn't want to try for a little bit more. I mean, we do have our bishop pair right now. I mean, so does black, but white's bishops look decent. This bishop for now is fighting on this. Eventually, maybe there's gonna come some c5 ideas. If diagonal doesn't play. What's going on here? I assume white won't actually take on b6, and black doesn't have a great reason to take on f3. Yeah, I don't think Diana wants to take on b6 for the moment, especially because after the diagonal opens, after the file opens up, we would have to play something like a3, and then our pawn would give us a bit of a hassle defend this b2 pawn against pressure from the diagonal. So I don't think we want to do that. Also, we like our bishop pair. For black, well, black, similarly, I mean, this bishop, at least trading off here, would give black this, or would give white this pawn structure with the isolated h pawn. Whereas I don't think actually it would be bad for black at all if this file opened up. So I think if anyone's going to take one of these knights, it's going to be black. But okay, we'll see. Hey Mila95, my name is Patrick. Also in the chat, I'm usually 17. I'm a friend of Diana's, and I'm just doing some guest commentary. I've been doing it for the last 3 days, and I'm going to be doing it until, well, for the rest of the rounds, I guess. I guess that's the plan. No, I'm not a WFM single model. I have actually never played an over the board game, but I think, yeah, I'm just a friend of Diana's, and I'm just asked me to do commentary while she was playing, and I thought, yeah, why not? So here I am. The link for the standings isn't working. Yeah, we need to update that one. Wait, I'll give you the proper link. Or if you go to chess results, you can search for the you have to search for tournaments via the ECU Federation, not the Romanian Federation, because otherwise you won't find it anymore. They removed that link, but I'll just post the proper link in chat now for a second. And then you guys can check out. Oh yeah, okay, Luke already did it. Thank you, Luke. Thank you very much. Luke, do you want to come on, or are you busy today? Had a very stressful day today, actually. Yeah, sorry, Luke. We had a power outage at the apartment, and yeah, I was supposed to be staying in one of the hotel rooms, but that didn't that didn't end up working out so well. So now I came back to the apartment, and then, well, power was still off, but now it came back on, so I thought I'd stream the rest of the game. And after all, not that much has happened yet. I mean, they've both spent an hour, and I love to see this because Diana's actually for once not down on the clock, but they've both spent an hour for 15 moves. In this position, I don't exactly know why they spent this much time, because there were a lot of moves where they were equally, like, options that were equally pleasant and definitely fine for both sides. A lot of natural developing moves, but I guess they've been thinking a lot. Okay, sorry, Luke. I'll be in a sec. Hold on a second. Discord is being weird. I'll pick it up in a sec. Oh, actually, also we have an analysis board today, so happy times for you. I set it up. I'll get back to the position in a second. Quickly call with the kata. Okay, I'm there now.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry. Discord was being a bit weird. There's no Discord.
I think you're on mute.
I'm on mute. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect.
Do I sound okay, chat? Everything alright?
Yeah, okay, thanks thanks for coming on.
No worries. How are you doing today, Patrick?
I had a bit of a stressful morning, or well.
Imagine you said the power went out. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
Talk to me. What happened?
The Airbnb person said it was something about like city renovations or something. They wanted to
city renovations.
They actually, it said in the official announcement apparently that it would be off from 11 to 6. So I'm actually happy that it came back on sooner.
Pretty good.
Because there was also no AC, and it was getting a bit unpleasant in the room.
How warm is it over there?
Probably like 30 some degrees.
Oh my god. I mean, when it gets to 15 degrees in Ireland, it feels like the world's end.
So, yeah.
You know.
That's kind of the person, like that's the kind of person I am as well. So I'm a bit on the melting side today. But yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So I was watching the games along a bit earlier. I really don't like Diana's opening, but I guess she's not. Oh, do we want to put this into a study? Actually, it'll probably be easier.
Yeah. Wait, I already did. I have the.
Am I invited to it? Or is it the same one from yesterday?
No, I'll invite you. 1 second.
Okay.
If I manage it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, should be in now, I think. And it's on the small board on the stream. So everybody, I didn't manage to put.
Let's go.
And didn't manage to call it analysis board yet, but okay, next stream then maybe. So yeah, you can make moves and draw arrows and stuff while we're looking at the life position as well. Yeah. So yeah, sorry.
Basically, I mean, the way I like to play with white, like especially when I'm preparing, is like I find it so difficult to win with black, like completely. So this is just a question in the chat there was asking. I didn't like the opening. That when I'm playing with the white pieces, I really want to maximize my my points, right? I want to score as many wins with white as possible, because if you're playing a tournament, like if you're playing a big 9-round tournament, if you win all your games with white and draw all your games with black, you'll win the tournament. Like 95% of the time, you'll win the tournament. So, like, if you could win every game you played with white and drew every game you played with black, you'd be the best chess player in history.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of the goal, right? So that's how I build my repertoire. Is that with white, I want to play as ambitiously as possible and play for a maximum advantage. And with black, if my opponent offers me a draw and move 1, I'm very happy to take it.
Right, yeah.
That's my kind of philosophy for openings. So when we have like a Grunfeld here, you know, there's so many lines you can play here, which are, you know, at least more ambitious than E3, basically.
Yeah, I think
You know,
that's the least
black is
ambitious
pretty
move you
comfortable.
have. Yeah.
Yeah, black is very comfortable after E3, right? They just go C6 or castles like in the game. And yeah, I mean, what can we say about this position? It's besides that it's boring. I mean, I guess black hasn't equalized just yet, so obviously they can keep playing. Or sorry, white can keep playing forever and ever. And yeah, not to say that the Grunfeld is a bad opening. I mean, at a very high level, the Grunfeld is like incredibly good for making a draw. It's a very powerful weapon, but you know, for us mere mortals, like we don't need to be so worried about that. We should play ambitiously, especially with white. So that's why I don't like the opening.
Yeah, I think Diana was really like she really wouldn't want to get into any theory battle in the
I
Grunfeld.
think Diana's opening knowledge is not so strong, let's say.
And I think if you don't know it, I think it's pretty easy to get in trouble as white against the Grunfeld.
Yeah, in the mainline Grunfeld, if you don't know what you're doing, like
yeah,
you're gonna be you know, you're gonna be in a bit of trouble, right? So I can understand why she played E3. Like I get like this. Not to say E3 is a bad move. Like E3 is a perfectly fine move. It's just not a move that I would play, or not a move that I would recommend to you know, a stronger player. Let's say. Like I think Diana is a very strong player, so I think she's well capable of learning and playing these ambitious lines, especially with white.
Yeah, if she wanted to, I'm sure she could.
Yeah.
That's.
I don't. The question isn't is she capable. It's more she doesn't want to, and you know that's fair enough. Like, what can you do there?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is kind of like a weird we have like a weird Slav where white's played E3 for no reason. You know, so it's like there must be some sort of moral victory for black, right?
Yeah, I think then later there was another moral victory when the knight got to, like the d7 knight got to capture on d5 after the queen trade. I think that's another little moral victory for black.
Yeah. Also, I don't like queen b3 before capturing. I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that just allows this gain of the tempo.
I want if I'm going queen b3, I want to force e6, right? That's my point here, right? So, or I wanna like get your knight on b6 so I can play a4. So, if I'm gonna go queen b3, I'm gonna, you know, capture on c4 on d5 and then go queen b3 and.
Yeah.
If black wants to play e6, then I again, you know, now we're kind of getting somewhere, right? We're making a few weaknesses around the king on the dark squares. Maybe we can claim that we can do something with e4 later, but you know, this one makes a bit more sense to me, right? I mean, at least if you have like knight b6, so you can maybe go like a4 here. And, you know, if black ever plays a5, like now we have lots of weaknesses to go after, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Queen b3 is one of the main lines as well. I used to play this queen b3 here.
Oh,
this is like a big line. This is a big line.
Yeah, this I don't know at all. Yeah.
Or maybe it's captures in queen b3. I can't remember. No, I think queen b3 is one of the big lines. I know. I mean, I always play captures, and.
Yeah, me too. I've always played this. Yeah.
And I go for this all the time. I think this line is quite good for white.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta know like a lot of computer moves and stuff, but I mean, you do that before the game, right? So
Right, yeah.
okay, let's get back to the game.
Yeah, I think, okay, her opponent took on f3.
Oh, sorry, I meant where I was in the game. My
Oh,
bad.
right. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, but in the meantime, yeah, her opponent
Yeah.
took on b3, and Diana
Yeah.
took a couple minutes to take back.
Yeah, I guess she's just
On
checking.
f3.
Is there any kind of nonsense with taking on b6 in between? But I don't think so. You just capture back on.
Yeah, I agree. And then her opponent did
played
e5.
e5.
Yeah, e5.
e5 is interesting. e5 definitely looks like I don't know if I would say strong move, but
I guess now you
Black
well.
does not want to draw, right?
Oh yeah.
He's gonna try to play for activity.
Yeah. I think I guess now you would like your bishop to be anywhere else, your c4 bishop, so you could play takes and then bishop c3, but
Oh, we were talking about the analysis board there, Mr. Karpov.
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody in chat. So the small board is the analysis board, and the big board is the live position.
Small board, the live board, right?
I guess so, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do that?
We'll fix that later. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, I could do it now. I think it's not big.
Okay. If you can do it like easily, I think we should make the small board the live board and the main board the analysis board.
That makes sense. Let's see.
If we're talking about anything and there's moves happening, people can still see.
Okay, so I think, well, they're both unfortunately called around 3. I wasn't really smart about that. But this, I guess, is wrong.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Making a very good suggestion there as well. Patrick is a bit of an OBS noob, so.
I'm definitely all the way.
Yeah.
Wait, why is it not working? Okay, hold on.
If you can't get it to work, don't worry about it. We can fix it later. So.
Yeah, you can just keep talking.
We'll fix it later. Don't worry. Yeah, I kind of like e5. I guess like playing for a bit of activity. You want to try and go after this double f pawn if you're really ever going to be able to. Who knows? So I guess you can't take and go f4 just yet because yeah, we can't like take on e5 and go f4 because the b2 pawn is hanging. e5 is an interesting move.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think about e5?
I didn't really look at it yet. 1 second. I was just trying to fix the things.
Sorry.
But yeah, okay, so what do I think about it? I guess the first thing we would like to do is take it.
Yeah, that's the most obvious move to look at first, right?
Yeah. And I guess the point why we can't play bishop c3 is because knight takes c4 protects on e5. So,
Yeah, I think it's a good move.
I guess we could play takes rook c2 or something.
Yeah, that could be possible. I mean, this b pawn is going to be a bit of an issue, right?
Yeah, but for now the knight is pinned, so.
Yeah. Takes, bishop takes, rook c2. I guess black is just, well, I mean, our bishops are pretty strong, right? They're covering all the important squares.
We could also,
after like rook d7 in that line, do we have to? So we'll just put it on the analysis board. So takes, rook c2, like rook d7.
Yeah, maybe we have to play rook c1, or
we can get f4 in for free.
Oh yeah, okay, that's true. Yeah.
But do we want to though? It's a good question.
I think
maybe the bishop will come back to c7. I know in a Not in this position, but in a lot of other Grunfeld lines, this bishop often ends up on c7 after f4 is played.
Well, I think if you play f4, and I think if it does go to c7, then maybe you can just take the knight and then say, well, there's nothing ever happening in this game anymore.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think if Black wants to play for a win here, definitely don't want to be exchanging anything.
Yeah.
But I as either player here, I'm thinking like if I'm playing this position over the board, I'm not thinking about playing for a win here, because what tends to happen in these positions, you push very hard for a win and you overextend, and you just end up losing when you could have just taken a pretty easy half point and
I think
prepared for the next game, right?
Yeah, although I guess psychologically, her opponent WM2250 thinking
S
0 out of 2 for now, and I think she wanted, like, we looked at her stream yesterday. I think her goal, like her ideal goal, was to qualify for the World Cup through this, so top 20, I think, or top something along those lines, qualify for the Women's World Cup. So that was her goal. So she does need some points for sure to go for that.
Yeah, okay, that's these things are important to think about when you're playing against your opponent. When I'm playing a tournament myself, I try my best to just play as objectively as possible.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
Not always possible to do that.
Yeah. Hey Dermot, by the way. Yeah, we did lose power, but it's back on now, so all good for the moment. Oh, top 10. Waterford Wizard is saying, yeah. Yeah, okay, then top 10. Qualify for the World Cup, I guess. But still, yeah, that's what her goal was, apparently. Anyway. Yeah, so what are we thinking? Rook c2? Or what else?
Yeah, I was kind of having a look at this position. Yeah, I was trying to think about a move for white after rook d7 here. But I wasn't really sure. I mean, again, like difficult to find like a really concrete plan for either player here that aren't just shuffling pieces around for a large amount of time, right? So
yeah,
I mean, I guess black is gonna have pressure on b2 until white plays b3. And obviously, like long term, white has this double f pawn, right? So
yeah,
not really much black can do about either of those things right now. I don't think black ever wants to be exchanging dark square bishop anyway.
Yeah, probably not. No.
Yeah. They're probably pretty happy to get rid of white's bishop pair. It's definitely a big plus for white at the moment, anyways, that white does have the bishop pair.
Yeah.
D2 might be some sort of entry point for black here, but again, our bishop on a5 is covering that pretty well, right? So yeah, our knight is going to be moving around here quite. Is there anything we can, like this knight on b6? I know it's attacking the bishop on c4, but
so Luke, which would you prefer now for white? Like, would you prefer to give the dark square bishop for the knight or the light square bishop?
Can I give neither, or
no? But like, if you had the choice, only between to give one.
It's an interesting question. I mean, without really thinking about it too hardly, your first instinct would be give the dark square bishop up, right?
Yeah.
Just have opposite color bishops make a quick draw.
Yeah, that's what I would be thinking as well if I was Diana here.
But I think d2 is going to be a pretty important square here, right? So
yeah.
Maybe I don't want to give either bishop up here, but I probably. It's an interesting question. What were you thinking?
Well, I would also give the dark square bishop and try to make a draw. I don't see what to do as white too. Like, I have the bishop pair, but I don't exactly see what to do with it. But like, that's maybe just me, and you appreciate the bishop pair a little bit more than I do, I think.
Yeah, us 2000 players, we like the bishop pair.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know what we're doing with it, but we can say that we like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, I'm just trying to think about this position, like, let's say after all the rooks are exchanged. In this position, again, yeah, there's not really... Especially once white gets to play, like, f4 and stuff, and the starks are, like, f4 and b3, once those kind of moves happen. Not really much. I guess white can try and make a pass pawn in the middle, right? On the e-file, but it's going to take a bit of work.
Yeah, it also might end up just being a weakness.
Yeah. Again, like we were saying in these type of positions, you got to be really careful about trying to overpress, right? Instead of just, this position could just most likely is just 0-0 whatever.
Okay, so Diana took on b6.
Took on b6. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, it gives black a bit of play right now. b3 is a bit less attractive, so...
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like this move order as much, because now, let's say you wanted to play...
When we were talking about exchanging the knights there, we didn't mean immediately, right? So, the rook is not on d7, sorry. The rook is still on b8.
Yeah, although I guess if you exchange and then play rook c2, maybe it's still the same, or similar.
Yeah.
So maybe it doesn't make a difference, actually. I'm not sure.
Well, I guess in this line, the rook on a8 is still on a8, where the other line, we might have made them play rook a d8 first, but again, they'll just go back to a8, so it's not really a big deal.
Yeah. So, yeah, okay, well... It's probably okay. I mean,
Yeah, so I mean, okay, so black will capture back on b6, and now we kind of, now it's a bit clearer what black is going to be doing, right? So white is gonna have to try and defend these pawns, and black can also come in on d2, right? So
I guess white could also... Well, maybe not really. I was thinking maybe...
I mean, you could play like a3 here, but it's
a3?
a3 you could maybe play for, but I don't really like moving either of these queenside pawns anymore now. So,
wait, what do you mean? How do you play a3? Now?
Like pawn to a3.
Now?
After taking on, like, a takes b6 is gonna happen, right? There's no...
Yeah, but aren't you losing 2 pawns then?
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at... Yeah, sorry. I thought the rook was on c2. My mistake.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so we gotta deal with the pawn on b2 first, right? So...
I was thinking maybe you could try... Yeah, I was thinking rook c2, but maybe if you don't want to do that, maybe you could try... you could try b4, I was thinking.
b4 is interesting. So I think with b4... Can black play like rook a4?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true. Oops. Yeah. Too slow.
Yeah, it's a tricky position here. Maybe opening this a file is actually...
although hold on. b4, rook a4, rook b1, bishop c3. You can't. Well, actually, you can. I guess. Never mind.
After rook b1, can I just go rook d2 then, and then everything's kind of... I'm threatening bishop b2, I guess, or rook b2.
Yeah, I guess it's not. Yeah, that's not good. That's true.
I mean, I guess the thing is here is that, like, if you don't take on a6, it's a little less clear. I mean, you can still find some plans, but it's not super clear what black is going to be doing, right? Now it's like super clear. Black has a very easy plan. They'll just play on forever, right? You attack these queenside pawns. There's some easy entry points like d2 and the whole a file. So yeah, I think black definitely has a good argument to just keep pushing at this for ages.
Yeah. I guess after rook c2.
Keyboard, sorry. hear the keyboard?
No,
Is it coming through the mic? Okay.
no. All good.
Yeah. Okay. I think B4 might be a little ambitious.
Yeah. No, that's true. It didn't.
Obviously B3 is it's not good either.
Yeah.
I guess you gotta go Rook C2 here. I guess is the only kind of way to defend this properly.
I'm already getting worried again. Oh no.
Yeah. And then can black just start going like B5 and expanding over here? You know, the bishop is forced to go to B3 here, and anyway, we can get C4 in. I don't think so. Maybe B5 is not good because it gives white some chances to start swapping pawns off.
Yeah. That might be true, yeah.
Yeah, I just guess the rook on C2 is going to be passive for a long time here, right?
Yeah, it's probably never gonna really get anywhere else again.
Like white would love to play, you know, something like A4 and B3 and just chop all the pawns off and try something going there.
Yeah.
I guess you could also try and like white could try and maybe start getting something on the king side, but like F4, F3, Rook G2, F5, this kind of thing. Swinging the Rook to G2 or H2. But again, like you don't really want to be doing this in a position which we thought was equal. I mean, maybe it's not so equal anymore because black has some clear plans, but
yeah,
you know, I think if white just sits here and does nothing, black will just keep improving and maybe eventually they'll get these pawns. I don't know.
And after all, like black or white still has this H2 pawn that's not.
Yeah.
For now, it's on a dark square.
H-pawn, right?
Yeah, but like I would also. Yeah, H pawns both off would be nice. Yeah.
Though, yeah, neither of us really care about our H pawns here because.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, black.
In the event of a bishop ending, they're the wrong color. They're the wrong side. So.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, if there's a pawn still alive on the 3 versus 2 on the queen side, then that still might be enough, even if it's strong color.
Yeah. No, on the queen side we have the right color pawn.
Yeah, no, I meant like just having the pawn where you might be able to draw it against one pawn on the queen side. You might have trouble against 2 pawns, even if it's an H pawn.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I think if either side goes a pawn up here, then it'll be pretty clinical finish. Yeah, I would think so. About chess, I mean, yeah, I would agree there. Like you're kind of you're clarifying the position for black very quickly, right? You're not kind of keeping it a bit, let's say, vague about what black should be doing.
Although I do understand the impulse of taking on e6 because, like instinctually,
might be a bit of
you
know, end game laziness, right? You know, obstacle or bishops is a draw, like that's.
Yeah, exactly that kind of thing.
What were we gonna say there? Sorry.
Yeah, I just meant like because you are in a bit of, you do have to find some move here for white. I guess we thought rook c2, but it doesn't really. Then you move the rook to c7 and add d7, and you still, like as you said, it's not entirely clear what white does then either.
Yeah, it kind of looks like one of those positions where both players are going to be shuffling their pieces around for a bit, and
yeah,
you know, it's difficult kind of to see anything concrete for what one side should do. Like you can look at some stuff like white has the bishop pair, white has double pawn, black has some things to go at, but like how do they actually go about attacking them? Where when you open up this A file, it's pretty simple to find a plan here. Just barrel down the A file, push these pawns. The bishop on E5 is like very strong right now. Where the bishop, the light square bishop for white is. I mean, it's looking at f7, which is nice, and it's defending a2, but black's pawns are doing a pretty good job of shutting it down.
Yeah, and I guess also
white is going to be doing. Sorry.
Where would you put the bishop after b5? Because you kind of want it on b3, but also it's going to cement your b pawn there.
Yeah. I think though you have to go to b3 after b5 if white plays like rook c2 here.
I mean, you could try bishop e2, f4, and then reroute it that way.
Yeah, but your a pawn will be hanging, right? So.
Oh yeah, of course. What am I talking about? Yeah, sorry. Oops. Somehow I thought we had played b3 or something. Yeah. Okay. My bad. Yeah.
Okay, so we have rook c2 and b5 in the game, yeah.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I hope Diana moves quickly here.
Okay. Yeah. I think after bishop b3, you can say white's position is a little more passive, but it's going to take a while for black to kind of get in there, let's say.
Yeah.
Bada Chess asking a pretty good question there. Instead of just taking on b6, like, could we just move this bishop? Well, okay, I guess we got to deal with the b2 pawn first, right? So, Bada Chess is asking, can we not just play bishop b3 here on move 18? But yeah, we got to deal with this b2 pawn, right? So.
Wait, did he not mean b3 just, or? But I guess the point is then the rook comes into d2.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Oh, pawn to b3.
Wait.
Sorry.
Wait, no, it doesn't actually. I mean, I guess you can't take and play that for now.
Pawn to b3. Yeah, that's probably a fine move, right? And then, your plan is going to be like f4, bishop e2, bishop f3, right? That's probably pretty fine for white. Yeah, I like that much better, actually. Right, the rook is not coming into d2. If rook d7, then like f4, bishop g7, bishop e2, rook here, bishop f3, and yeah, white's probably fine here, right? Like, I don't see any big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably a bit more accurate then. Or maybe there's even something better than b3, but just not taking here and maybe trying to play f4 and put this bishop on f3, right? So maybe that was a bit better.
Okay, so Diana played f4, rook d6, and then f4.
Okay, we're getting a lot of moves quickly here. So bishop b3, rook d6, f4. Okay.
And bishop g7.
Yeah, bishop g7 is fine. Yeah, flat the man. I think I agree. I don't think taking on b6 is a good idea at all. Yeah, just opening up this a file for no reason is. I don't get it, but sure. Rook d6. What was? I guess rook d6 is just. Yeah, okay. You just want to play rook d7 for some reason, or rook d7 for some reason.
Yeah, I guess it's just the general idea of always putting it on the dark square, but.
Oh, I guess you get to go. Fuck man! I was give big shout out there to.
Oh, maybe yeah, b6 and c4 or c5.
Fellow Irish player.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And then very strong player is also playing the Irish Championships there. So promised him a shout out, so I have to give it to him.
That's good.
But yeah, I guess with rook d6 you can go b6 and
b6 c5. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea there. And then c4 is a big threat.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kevin there, or Flat the Man, was saying, I think it's pretty. pretty good point of just not taking on b6 and just trying to play like f4 and. Oh, you actually wanted to stack the pawn. That's an interesting one. Let's have a look at that. So just f4 straight away, and if bishop takes b2, rook c2, bishop g7, rook c1, or rook b1. Sorry. That's a pretty interesting line, yeah, and you're getting a lot of play on the queen side here, right? Yeah, I quite like this actually. You're playing very active all of a sudden. Yeah, this is a much better line, I think. Well, what do you think, Patrick? Can you see that on the analysis?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm just taking a look. Oh no, I went out of the.
This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this a lot actually. It's a nice one. We're gonna get our pawn back, and we're gonna have a lot of pressure on b7 and hopefully f7 as well.
Yeah, this looks nice.
Now it's us who's attacking the light squares, right? So.
Yeah, this definitely looks much more pleasant to play than what we have now.
Yeah. So I guess black can't really capture on b2 there. Yeah, I mean if black just comes back to g7, then can we just go rook c2? Do we just go rook c2 anyway?
Yeah, I don't think we lost anything by playing f4 anyway.
Yeah. Or we can just keep improving, right? They can never take on b2, right? We don't have to defend this pawn in this line. Well, I guess if we go bishop b2, they can play like rook d5, right? So.
Yeah.
We don't have time to go bishop b2, bishop f3 just yet.
And also maybe they'll eventually go rook d7, I guess. And then.
Yeah.
So you have one move.
At some point, but yeah, that's a good line. So black can't really take on b2 just yet.
Yeah, it doesn't look like. I mean, maybe they can, but it doesn't look good anyway. Like it doesn't look.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, I definitely like White's position here. I mean.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're trying to play for a win, this is the way to go about it, right? So.
Yeah.
Especially because like once we capture on b6, you know, if our bishop ever gets to f3, the promised land, then you know this pawn structure on the king side is going to be a lot more vulnerable, right? Or on the queen side, sorry, is going to be a lot more vulnerable. So.
Okay, and in the meantime, Diana played king g2.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. It's an improving move. But I guess b6 is coming now, so.
Yeah.
b6 is coming, and this is a little scary.
I wonder. Maybe we could have. Oh, no, I guess maybe not. I was thinking maybe we could have tried rook a1 and then try f4 just to like have a punch against. But I think we're too slow.
Yeah.
Too slow for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like our rook on c2 is going to end up on e2 at some point here, right?
Yeah, and then you would play e4 e5.
Yeah, e4 e5 might be an idea, but you know, once we go e4, then the d4 square is very weak, right? So
yeah,
like if we go e4, black will probably just plant a bishop on d4 and eventually go c5, right? So
although at least if the bishop ends up there, at least we know they don't have the open file anymore.
Yeah,
that would be.
Well, I guess also bishop h6 is kind of annoying, right? So.
Oh, immediately you went. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with the king on g2, maybe we can sort of.
Yeah, maybe
make it happen.
That's the idea, to go king g3 and e4. But yeah, I mean, it still looks a bit grim. Okay, b6.
b6 played.
Forward.
Yeah.
I like this move for black. I mean, black has a very simple plan of putting the pawn on c4 and.
Okay, and Diana quickly plays.
Clamping down on.
Quickly plays e4. which is good to see. 10 minutes left.
Okay.
I think that's maybe the best try here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, our
because
bishop can live on d5 now if.
Exactly, yeah. That's a nice. We can have coexisting outposts.
Maybe b6 was too hasty. Actually.
Yeah, now that that's possible, maybe that's actually not the right move.
Because now our bishop on. Oh well, I guess if c5 and we play our bishop here, let's say the rook goes c2, and then c4, and suddenly our bishop is not defending a3 anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a bit of a problem, but I mean, I don't think so. Right?
We still have the rook on c2. We can.
Yeah, we can also just play a3 if c4 ever happens, right? So.
Yeah.
Because you know you can't play b4 because the c pawn will hang and the b pawn is hanging. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe b6 is way too hasty.
Although I guess you don't need to play. Well, I mean, it doesn't necessarily weaken so much either.
But maybe like Battle Chess just said they're like it's rook a da and rook d2. I guess white will never exchange these rooks, so they'll like if you ever go rook d2, I'll bring my rook to c1, right? So.
What if you go rook c1?
After rook a d8?
Yeah.
Yeah, rook c1, rook d2.
And then you don't need to take anymore, or you like even if you do take, then
threatening bishop takes b2, right?
Okay, but if you do take and then you lose the pawn, but you go into an opposite color bishop ending, what do we think about that one?
I think with the 3 versus 1 on the queen side, it's probably good for black.
Yeah, and I guess the h pawn is isolated as well.
They're connected as well, right? So I don't think.
Yeah, if you had a b pawn left instead of an a pawn, it would probably be fine. But with the a pawn, maybe that's not good enough.
With the 3 pawns on the queen side, I think this is like a really strong. Like I think what being Battle Chess in the chat there is saying is pretty correct. That this is just very strong.
But philosophically, if you had a b pawn, like let's say a pawn on b3 against these 3 pawns, and then you put your bishop on d5 eventually, then they still can't make any progress, no matter how many pawns they have behind.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be definitely tricky to organize a defense for black, or for white, sorry, but yeah, I think exactly what's being said in the chat there is that black gets to play with all the pieces on the board, right? Even white's pieces, let's say.
Yeah.
And white gets to sit there and record the moves, basically. That's what I would say about that position, okay?
Right, yeah.
So, I think actually b6.
But after all, by the way, after rook d8, rook c1, rook 2, there is still the pawn is still hanging as well for the moment.
On b2.
No, on c6.
No, this is without b6. We're talking this without b6.
Oh, without b6. Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't realize that's what we were saying.
No worries.
Oh, right. Okay.
This is what being Battle Chess said in the chat there.
Oh yeah, I thought we were talking.
The more I'm looking at this, the more I think it's correct. So.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Although I guess you would have to know. You would have to know if that's winning the bishop endgame. Yeah. And if it is, then that's good. Yeah.
I think I'm not too sure, but just at a glance, I think the three connected pawns, even though one of them is doubled, versus like if
it does look winning, yeah. Especially with the h pawn being isolated as well.
Yeah.
But okay, rook to f6 was played.
Rook f6 is a weird move. Well, I guess it's winning a pawn, right? So, fair enough. I mean, it's not winning a pawn, right? You'll lose the c pawn at the end, so.
Yeah, I don't think it's winning a pawn. Yeah.
Oh no, you just take with the bishop, right? So okay.
No, but
maybe-
then the the b6 pawn falls, doesn't it?
No, so like black is threatening bishop h6, right? So they're never gonna take with the they're never gonna take with the Oh, okay, so king g3, bishop h6, f5, I guess, right? So yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, okay, maybe rook f6 is a weird one, I think. It's a bit blunt, right?
So what were you saying here? After e5? Sorry.
e5. Oh, e5 is even just better, right? So well, e5 is probably draw territory, right? If e5, rook takes, rook
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's the line I was thinking.
bishop takes. Oh, that yeah, rook takes.
That must be a draw, right?
Well, yeah, I mean this will just be a draw after like what? Rook a bishop a3, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like rook f6. I think
But Diana really quickly played king g3.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm making moves on the wrong board.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, I think this was a little hasty from black on both parts, right? Because
Yeah, she only took 30 seconds for this.
yeah, that's a really good point as well. That like, why are you playing b6 if your plan is suddenly to go after the f4 pawn, right?
Yeah, maybe they realized that c5 wasn't actually so good.
Yeah.
Maybe they realized their mistake and then were
How
like,
much
oh,
time
oops.
did they spend on b6? Can you see?
b6 they spent, let me see. Just over 2 minutes, according to the Lichess clocks.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll have to look at this a bit deeper in the analysis after the game, but
Yeah.
I think yeah, b6 and rook f6 are very hasty when I think you can just maybe come down to the d file.
But I also think king g3 is very hasty.
Yeah, I agree.
Very
it's
hasty.
kind of a move you need to think about, right?
Yeah. I guess she figures this is.
Oh, we have a lot of moves in the game at the moment, so.
Yeah. So what are we playing here? Are we taking or are we playing e5 or what's the deal?
Hold on. So it was king g3, bishop h6, and f5 was played in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, and black captured. Okay.
f5 captures. Because if we take.
I think you take, right, and just snap off all the queenside pawns.
But does black even have to take it? I don't think so.
No, they don't have to take back, right?
Yeah, so I think black
can
can
like
protect their pawns first, in some way.
yeah, with like rook c8 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, then I go rook. I can't go rook c1. Okay. I guess I will just go rook d1, and then yeah, black will just capture this pawn on f5.
Yeah. I don't think this was the way. King g3 was not the way.
Yeah. Okay. Was there a better move than king g3 here?
Well,
we were looking at e5, right?
e5. Well, yeah. Sorry, I'm
E5
gonna go on the analysis board.
A bit more sense.
Yeah, because here, like, black doesn't even have that many options.
Yeah, right. Like you have to take, right? It's the only.
Pretty much, yeah.
Bishop rook f5 doesn't make any sense. So.
Yeah. And then this just looks like all the pawns disappear.
Is there? I mean, does this check anything?
I wouldn't think so.
Like if
maybe you can play king h3 even.
King h3.
But that's maybe a little bit.
That's a spicy one right there.
Maybe you don't have to. Maybe you just
H3
maybe g5 and then you you're in trouble.
Well, the rook is hanging on.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, okay. For now it's okay. But like maybe f5, g5. I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe rook g4 is a bit scary here. But maybe you have king h3, because like if you come here, oh, the rook is still hanging. You don't have time to take on h2.
Yeah, no, you don't. But
So,
what if
yeah,
what
maybe
if
it's time.
what if you play rook h4 then?
If king, where is that line? Rook check, king g4, rook h4. I
Maybe
guess you can play like rook e1 and rook e7, or or just rook b7
rook
straight away.
b7. Yeah, rook b7.
Rook f5,
And then maybe you
then take on
take the pawn.
Yeah, no, this is trying to lose with black.
Yeah, I think your pawns are stronger as white. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, it'll probably still be a draw, but like, again, what's the point of this, right?
Yeah.
Like, why go into this line with black? But yeah, I think e5 might be just better, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, what we have on the board now. Oh, sorry. Again, I was moving on the wrong board.
Sorry.
So in the game, what happened was takes, and then c5, protecting the pawn that way. Bishop to d5 and rook a4.
Yeah, that makes sense. Rook a4, or that's rook a5. Okay. Yeah, now I really don't like my king being on g3 with all these rooks flying around.
Yeah. Maybe you.
Yeah.
None of your pieces can go where you want them to go. Really, that's a bit annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Diana missed e5 there. I think that was a better try than this in the game, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Like the guys in the chat are saying there. Yeah, b6 makes a lot of sense now, right? if white doesn't play e4, e5, it makes a lot of sense. Like this f5 pawn, the guys are saying in the chat is just a weakness, right? This will be captured whenever black feels like it. So
yeah.
Yeah, and the king on g3 looks very silly now. Right?
Yeah, it looks a bit out there.
Yeah, I think black kind of misplayed, and then I think white also misplayed in response, which is generally how these things go.
Maybe you can play h4 and make it a bit safer again, but I'm not sure. Like, don't pull the king back, but bring the shelter forward. I don't know.
That's a good one. So h4, I mean, the dark squares are going to be very tender, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you go h4, I guess I can play like bishop f4 and rook h6.
And also, I guess your bishop's getting a little bit short on squares.
Yeah.
Because after a capture, where are you gonna go?
Yeah. And white's rooks are not very well coordinated here.
No, not at all. The f1 rook is not where it would like to be. Nor really is the c2 rook. It's a bit better, but...
Yeah, I think you're correct there, that it's more difficult to just sit here with white now. There's a lot more weaknesses in white's position, where this queenside pawn structure for black is pretty solid, right?
Yeah. I really hope she can drum up some complications here, because she only has 3 minutes, and there's 13 more moves until time control.
Okay.
It's tough.
Yeah, we might be seeing a lot of rapid fire moves here, guys, so sorry if we're not...
Okay, b3 was played.
b3, okay.
Okay, not the worst move, I think.
Yeah.
Solves some of the problems, maybe.
Like rook d5, I guess, or rook d4,
Yeah, rook d4.
or rook f4, either of those.
Rook d4,
yeah,
bishop
but
f3, I guess. And then takes and.
we'll be going over the game at the end, guys. By the way, just in case we missed anything here when Dan was playing very quickly. So,
yeah. So in the previous rounds, Diana had a really good game in the first round. Had a very good position against the WGM. Then slightly let it slip. Got into an equal endgame, a draw, pretty much a dead draw actually, and then just blundered at the very end and lost. And then the second game was a Scandinavian, and yeah, a little positional mistake, I guess we would say. E5 led to some weaknesses on the king side, and she just got overrun there. So two very different games actually. The first one was very nice actually, just slipped at the end, and the second one was not very pleasant to play, I think. Never really got into the game there. But okay. This one looked very equal for most of it as well. And then I guess bishop takes b6 is the move we didn't like.
yeah, I think so. I think we'll have to have a much deeper look at that when the game is finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, so rook d4 is on the board, which we thought black would play. I think it's better than rook f4, definitely, and it's pretty active. Also, yeah, Batman, I was saying a few minutes ago that like bishop f4 check and rook h6 is also kind of looking a bit scary now for white, right? Black's pieces are suddenly quite active and coordinated, and white's are kind of all over the place, a bit passively placed. I saw a few people there talking about opposite color bishop endings. I probably won't get to that point, but even then, I think black still has good chances with this, big structure on the queen side. But I can't imagine black swapping rooks off here willy-nilly anytime soon. So
okay, so Diana played bishop to b7.
bishop to b7. Okay.
A bit of a curious choice. Not exactly sure why b7 of all things.
So can black just go bishop f4 and rook h6 now?
She already took on f5.
Already took on f5, okay.
And f3 was played.
Okay. Making some room for the king, I guess. But again,
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the room you want for the king.
Yeah.
f2.
Is the bit okay? Yeah, I guess.
But she has very little time remaining now, so this is gonna be tough to defend for sure.
I think you can just go bishop f4 again. Yeah.
Bishop f4, king f2.
Bishop f4 looks really strong. King f2, I just take on h2, right? So.
Yeah, that's true.
And it starts becoming curtains. So.
Yeah, that's no. Yeah.
I mean, on the bright side though, like we were talking about earlier, the H pawns are not so important in this ending if Diana can never swap rooks. So, but I don't think Diana is going to be ever doing that anytime soon, right? So.
Yeah, I don't see.
Bishop f4 just looks really strong to me here. And like all of white's pieces are, it looks like you spilt chess pieces on the board, right? So
yeah, this is okay. Bishop f4, and I guess we can put it on the analysis board.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess if king g2, then just rook h5 and looking a bit nasty, right?
Yeah.
I guess you can go rook h1, but
Theoretically, you could also go king h1, but that looks like you're asking to get mated or something.
yeah. Oh, can you just take on h2 straight away? Does that work? And then rook g5.
Hmm.
Oh, I guess the king comes up to h4.
Yeah,
so
it yeah.
doesn't just work just yet, right? Because after this, king could come here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty funny position.
That is a pretty funny position, but I think this would not work. So, yeah. Well, let's just hope her opponent tries that. Maybe she.
Yeah, maybe we get lucky. Okay.
This is also like, this is very frustrating to watch because her opponents have been playing really very clean punishments. Like she made these little inaccuracies. Well, I mean, okay, e5 yesterday was maybe a little bit more, but bishop takes b6. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I can't imagine it was that bad.
I mean, that's just chess at this level. Like
it started spiraling very quickly.
I definitely felt it at the tournament there I played last week. Like you make one small inaccuracy and it feels like the game is just over immediately.
Yeah.
We had a few questions there in the chat. We'll just get to them now. Yeah, so like after bishop f4 and rook h5, like if white has to go rook h1, like this can't be a winning plan for white, right? This is very passive. Black can probably just make small improvements and start clamping down. Also, yeah, we're presuming that the king is coming to g2. By the way, if king f2, I was thinking black will just snap off straight away, but maybe yeah, what Flattenman's Jeff there in the chat with rook h5 and I don't know about rook g5 check. I think yeah, it's probably okay to just go back to h1 because now suddenly the rook on c2 is defending everything. But again, it still looks very grim, right?
Yeah, okay. But I'm much happier about this.
Yeah, you can go king g1 as well. I forgot about this one, right? King g1 is better. A slight improvement over king h1 or rook h1.
Yeah.
What was rook g5 in the game?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, rook g5 was played.
Okay.
But here, I think you can go king f2, and at least now black is sort of standing in the way of their own pieces as well.
Is the idea here to just go rook h4 after?
I
mean, the king will run away, right? So.
Yeah.
Okay, to me, bishop f4 check looked very strong there, so.
Yeah, I guess we can be happy. Maybe maybe there's some chances when she's not playing the most devastating moves. Although I am sure that rook g5 is still good.
Yeah, I think most of black's moves here are probably cool.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I don't really get rook g5 apart from going rook h4. But
okay, so rook h4 was played. And
yeah, I mean, again, it's not a bad move. Okay, we have that on the board.
I guess we're thinking either rook h1 or king e1.
Yeah, we gotta do something about the spawn.
Or maybe, maybe we can play rook e2 and go for counterplay. I'm not sure. Like
the chat also suggesting bishop c6, but we do have to deal with this threat of rook takes h2 and capturing on c2, right? So
okay, king e1 was played.
Okay, yeah. King e1. I mean, yeah, that's certainly a move you can look at. Yeah, maybe you have to go rook h1 here.
But she already played
So
king
Ellen
e1.
won her game. Well done to Ellen. Ellen's had 2 really good games now. It's a really good result.
Mamedyarova was Diana's opponent as well last round.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Like the rook on f1 isn't doing much anyway, right? So, you know, playing rook h1 though, it looks like you've resigned and you're setting the pieces back up, right? So,
Yeah.
So yeah, king e1. Yeah, I mean this check and starting to look a little grim for the old white pieces here, right? Oh, I guess you can go. I can't go bishop b4. Yeah, this looks starting to look like lights out, I think. Right, you can't go king d1 because of rook d4 check, win the game. If you go back to f2, then that's also lights out, and rook e2, I just capture and then play rook h2 and...
Wait, sorry, you can't go rook d1, why?
If rook king d1, then rook d4 would be winning, right? On the swap.
Oh, right, of course, yeah, never mind. Okay, so yeah, of course. So rook e2 was played. Rook e5, rook e2.
Yeah, I guess you have rook f2 here actually, so it's not so bad.
Yeah. So you're down
takes,
2 pawns.
Rook f2, and now, you know, this thing we were talking about earlier with the h pawn, like we have an extra h pawn, but it doesn't matter because it's the wrong color for this bishop. So
yeah, so extra h pawn and the doubled pawns on the b file. We still have our b pawn, so that makes me personally happy.
Yeah, now there could be some chances here, but again, still a lot of work to do. Oh, you
and
have 2 pawns here actually.
Yeah, 2 pawns, but I think they would. I mean, there's a chance to mess it up at least. Like I think it's lost the bishop endgame, but it's maybe not trivially lost.
Yeah. Yeah, I think king e1 is not a good idea. Sure. Okay, so we have that in the game. Rook check, rook takes, rook f2, and yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean, here I think you should be probably winning with the black pieces, but these endings are tough. Of course, if Diana somehow swaps all these other pawns off, I mean, even if she just trades 3 pawns for 3.
But let's say she trades and then she gets 1 move, then that would already be enough almost. Like if she gets to play bishop c6.
I mean, I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure like if Diana can swap the 3 pawns for all the queenside pawns, it'll be a draw, right? So
yeah, definitely.
Because the pawns are too close together on the king side. But how do you go about that? So
yeah, I mean, especially with the h pawn. The h pawn is basically not there.
The h and f pawns are too close together as well. So
yeah, even if it was not the h pawn, it was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although these are the kind of technical end games, like we studied them a little bit together, Diana and I, but
yeah,
like
so no, she's not the best at them.
Although actually she's gonna have time control in a second, so
yeah,
maybe her opponent is going to. I mean, she has 15 minutes.
You need to do a lot of meta thinking in this position, as both sides, right? You gotta.
Okay, so she played. That makes sense to me actually. C5, C4. I mean, C5, C4.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty clear actually, right? So.
Oh wait, no, hold on. She traded and then played that. It just jumped over for me. So we can, yeah.
So you can't really go bishop a6 here because of c3, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, no, this is just lost, I think.
Maybe leave the pawn for the moment and play something like king g3, king g4 or something, and
like king e2.
Hmm.
The problem is that black is going to put pawns on c3 and b4, and then I don't think you can stop both the pawns.
Well, I guess my point would be that if you put the pawns there, I want my king here and my bishop here, and then if I can manage that before your bishop vacates the square, then I can maybe engineer something.
Yeah.
Because if I'm only against these 3 pawns, and then I have my bishop here, and these pawns are there, I think that could be holdable if I get this h pawn.
Yeah, I don't think bishop c6 works because of c3. You never have time to take on. You never have time to take on b5. So some of the chaps. Yeah, I mean, do you have to swap rooks here as well? Is the good question. So
King e2 she played. I'm not sure about that one, but I guess the similar idea. Like if anything, I would want my rook and my king on the king side for now. I don't think it does anything on the queen side.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like let's say, what were you suggesting, like king g3?
Yeah, king g3 and then king g4 was my general idea. If
d3.
I mean, I think it's still lost probably.
d3, you have to go bishop b4, right?
She went king d3.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking at king g3 here.
Oh right, sorry. Oh.
So you have to go bishop e4.
Yeah, bishop e4.
And then like I'll move my bishop, let's say to e3.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only problem. Yeah. If that, yeah, that looks then again pretty bad for sure. And then the king is probably very fast.
Like c5, right?
Yeah, the king's really fast.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it should be lost, all of them, I guess. Okay, I guess Diana's play.
King d3, and then here.
I guess Diana's plan is to put the bishop on e4. And
yes,
then.
Well, you're correct. It depends on how many spaces are between the pawns. But yeah, this far apart, it's a pretty clear win for black, I think. Like if it was just the f and g pawn or f and h pawn, I'm pretty sure it's a draw, but I'm not 100% certain.
I think.
But yeah, this should be just a win for black, I think. Like pretty clear win for black. The bishop can always come back to c5. Yeah, so we have a few moves. So bishop e4, bishop f4.
Yeah, now the king is just too slow, and the bishop has too many squares.
Yeah, I think this is bishop f4, a really strong move, stopping the bishop from ever looking at a h1. I think this is curtains now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess no, you can't even try a3. Right, a3 is. Oh. You could try a3, I guess, or a4 maybe is a better move.
Yeah, a4.
No,
well, actually, no. A3 is better, I think. If anything.
Can you try a3?
No, you can't because the bishop gives a check and the
bishop check. Right?
Yeah.
And then a2. Yeah, bishop f4 seems really strong. Okay, king c4.
Yeah, now the h pawn can just run. Nothing to do.
Well, the bishop can always come to f5, right? So.
Yeah, okay, but when your king's on c3, then the other pawn runs.
Ah, yes. So just.
Okay, but I guess. Okay, she protected the pawn. I don't think that was necessary.
Yeah, you can just go h5, right?
Because now the bishop can. Now the bishop can theoretically.
Work, right? You take king here, pawn here. Oh no, it doesn't work, right? Can't stop either of these. Yeah, I think h5 just worked there. I think.
Yeah, I think h5 worked.
Yeah. Hello, Paul E4. Welcome back. So you were in here yesterday. Yeah, I don't think you needed to defend this pawn at all, right?
Yeah. But okay, I don't think it should really matter that much. Like, even if white has to play f4 and lose that pawn and get the b4 pawn, that doesn't matter because the pawns still run. same as in the variation we just saw. Because
No,
you can't.
I think that's actually pretty good for white to trade these pawns like this, right? This is actually very good for white.
Wait.
After f4, like if black captures on f4, right?
No, not now. I meant like you push the h pawn first, and then you push it a bit further up.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
if f4, what is black playing? Just
h5, I would say. Yeah. Or you can bring in the king. I mean, you can do anything, I guess, but I think h5 is just good enough.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you run out of moves here pretty quick. Yes. Interesting though. I mean, I think yeah, h5 straight away is a really cleaner win again.
Oh.
Right, so
yeah, this is very frustrating.
Like, I don't think bishop d6 was that necessary, unless we're missing something.
And you still can't play a3 because pawn takes, and then if you take c3, then again there's the check on e5.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be in time.
Well, I'm just thinking about if you go h5 straight away, king takes h4, a4. Does that do anything? No, you just queen. Yeah. Hopeless.
Yeah,
Not
too slow.
Well, we have no checks here. I guess you can give this check first and then probably figure something out from there.
Oh, well.
Oh, that one doesn't work.
Hmm.
Okay, that one was kind of interesting, actually. Is that even a line? Is that why she didn't play h5?
Wait, okay, give me the line again.
So h5 takes on b4, h4, a.
Wait, why is your bishop on f4 again?
This is instead of bishop d6. We were wondering why instead of bishop.
Oh,
d6,
right. Okay, we're still there. I see. Okay.
So
we went back in time.
Takes h4, a4, h3. Oh, you just take in between.
Yeah, you can take. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, nonsense.
That's what happens in Bullet when you can't.
Yeah.
In the time scramble, you can't pre-move the capture, and then.
Okay, so what did we have in the game? After bishop d6.
Bishop d6, king d5, bishop c5.
Okay.
I mean, unnecessary, I guess, but good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess she doesn't want to risk anything. Like this way, she can't miscalculate. It's actually because there's nothing to calculate here. Just protects all the pawns and then brings the king in.
yeah, I'm interested after king e5, like, what's going on here? Oh, king e5 was played. Okay, king g6 or king g7. Sorry. King f4.
Okay, now the king went around the long way instead of being going g3, g4. It went like all the way around.
Yeah, I don't. Again, I think bishop d6 was just really unnecessary from black here.
Yeah, I think it's unnecessary.
You're giving white some chances, I guess.
Well, that's generous, I guess. Chances.
I mean, like a lot more than a line that was just winning, right? So,
yeah, that's true. Make it a bit complicated.
And they've reached the time control as well, right? You could, like, black had 15 minutes there, and
yeah, maybe that's also what she wanted. Maybe she wanted to just reach time control. I don't know what exactly was going on, but like, okay, it almost certainly didn't spoil things. So.
Yeah, but this, I mean, again, this should just be a win for black with the 2 pass ones. Like, I'm
Yeah.
finding it very difficult to see any miracle saves now.
Because with only the one bishop, there's very hard to find any. It's very hard to find any tricks. It's
Yeah.
hard to imagine how black could, like, I don't know, blunder their c pawn or whatever. There's not
Yeah,
much room to go wrong. Well, looks like another unfortunate game.
we don't want to look at any computer analysis while the game is still going. JC.
Also, I
We'll do
think.
that after the game. We'll do that after the game.
Also, I think in this position, it doesn't really matter if it's +6 or +3. -6 or
Yeah,
-3.
they're all winning.
This doesn't. Like, it's very abstract. What does +6 even mean here? Like.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think you're the only one, Polyphor. But okay, we believe. I think, if anything, her opponent can draw it for her.
It's definitely possible to draw this ending, but not by force.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely two. She definitely can be. Like, I don't know how she's gonna stir up tricks, but if anything, that's what Diana can do: stir up some tricks.
Yeah.
There's limited material to do it with here, but okay. Let's see what she comes up with.
I think you would need to somehow win both of these H and G pawns, H and F pawns.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty clear draw, I think.
Yeah, I think also it's a draw if you win just the C pawn.
Yeah, I think so too.
But either of those seem very hard.
Well, if you win the C pawn, you need to exchange your. Oh no, you need to exchange your pawns, then I think afterwards.
Yeah.
Or I guess you can just keep your bishop on c4 and king on the bottom. Yeah, maybe. I think if you, yeah, if you exchange all the pawns on the queen side, it's definitely a draw.
If you exchange all the ones of, yeah, I think that also should be a draw.
Yeah, all the ones on the queen side gone is like a really easy draw. But I don't think. I can't really see any way to do that, right? Unless black blunders, and black has 45 minutes to not blunder.
So maybe what you want to try to do is somehow play king g4 and then I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
So,
I don't have any ideas.
If we put our king on g4, is there any way for black to get in? Oh, they can come through. They can come this way, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we just want to sit, we can also play, I don't know, bishop somewhere in this diagonal. I guess bishop d3 would be principled, but
we actually need to keep our king on f5. But then this pawn. No, yeah, it doesn't work. I was thinking we can keep our king on f5 and kind of shuffle our bishop on c2 and d1, but the pawn runs way too quickly, so.
Okay, but you played f4, which I don't mind.
That's what I was thinking, just putting the bishop like here and here, or here and here, but I don't think any of that works. Because, like, yeah, you push this one and then this one runs, right? So.
Yeah.
Oh, not d2 straight away.
Yes, that's this, please. Maybe she touches the c pawn at some point. That would be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
She just like, goes to show her friend, "Oh, look, my beautiful c pawn," and then it's like, yeah. Okay, you can move, please.
There was a much clearer win earlier, I think. And hello, Cena Chess. Welcome to the chat there. Hope you're having a good day.
h6. Yeah, that's very strange. Okay.
Okay.
I don't see any point behind that move, actually.
And Diana will start shuffling her bishop, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, maybe black will also just give up and give a draw. You know, that could also happen. I've certainly resigned in positions where I was completely winning, so...
Have you? Oh, no.
I did. I one time I resigned in a position where it was a very interesting game. It was Irish Championships 2018 or 2018 or 2019, and I played a really nice game. It was the Queen's Gambit declined, and I
As
pushed my
black
advantage, and then
or as white?
as white,
That's right. That's right. Okay.
played like the F3 stuff, and then Queen's Gambit declined, like exchange, Bishop G5, this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I played a really nice, pushed my advantage, went for the tactics, finally had won. And then there was a very, like, we were both kind of rushing for the time control, and a lot of exchanges were happening, and there was like, I think the only square on the H file without any pieces on it was H1. Every single square on the H file, there was like 5 pawns on the H file. It was nuts. And there was a bishop on H6 that I could just capture, and I would just be up a bishop, right? Or not up a bishop, sorry. I would have like, I'd be up a pawn, and I thought in the game I was just down a bishop. But I could just capture this bishop on H6, and I'm winning. And I resigned.
Oh
I
no.
thought I was lost. It was,
Oh, that's painful.
it's quite funny. So okay, so what do we have? King,
Oh.
bishop d3, and king f8. So yeah, I guess this king can come into d4 at some point, but
Hi, Samarth Argarwal 123. I'm not Diana, as you might have guessed for yourself. My name is Patrick, and I'm with Luke. We're just friends of Diana's, and just doing some commentary of her third round game of the European Women's Championships. Also, thank you to Rishabh Bindal for the follow.
Diana's been playing pretty well, but her opponents have also been playing very well, so it's difficult here. I don't think Diana's going to be able to save this one, but okay.
I don't look that much older, Dermot. I don't think I look that much older. People tell me I stayed young. Yes, empty statement. That's me.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
No worries. The king will get in here eventually, but it might take a little while for that to happen. I think Diana's probably gone for her best attempt, though, of just trying to keep the bishop and king in the center here and stop black from getting in.
Yeah, I guess she's gonna go back with the king now, I would assume.
Trying to make a position. Black is trying to make a position where white's light square bishop can't defend both the c and the h pawn. That's what black is going for here, or trying to get the king. If the king ever penetrates, then that's also game over.
Yeah. But okay, maybe we can. Well, the problem is, I guess, that you can hold on for a while, but it's hard to imagine that black can actually mess up the advantage in any way. Like, even if black doesn't find the right moves for a long time, they have all the time in the world, or she has all the time in the world.
Yeah, she has 47 minutes.
Yeah.
She's playing quickly, you would assume that she knows what she's doing, but maybe she doesn't. I mean, she's also an experienced player, right? Like, you know, sometimes when people aren't used to playing with this 40 move time control, they find it very difficult to get out of blitz mode when you get to move 41, right? A lot of people who haven't played a lot of this time control will keep playing quickly even after they get the additional time, which of course makes no sense. But I mean, they're both experienced players, so I doubt this is the case.
Yeah. Diana's the one thinking here.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much you can do, right? You just shuffle the pieces.
Yeah. I guess at some point you could try to bring the king to e4 and then maybe try to engineer some position where black might be baited into pushing c2, like move the bishop off the diagonal, in some position where you might have a check that lets the bishop come back or something like that, but it's hard to imagine.
Yeah, I think the king on e4 is doing a good job of holding down the position anyway.
Yeah, for now, I mean, it's not entirely obvious.
Yeah, it's not super clear. Well, I mean, Black's overall plan is very clear,
But although I guess the idea for Black would be. Oh wait, I'm actually a bit behind the times. I guess the idea for Black would be to bring the king sort of closer to the queen's head and try to edge in there, while meanwhile pushing the h pawn.
Yeah.
And then the king will be
I
overworked.
guess it's very important when Black decides to push the pawn, right? Because the king can get in.
Yeah, I guess the king.
Yeah.
If the king goes to d6 or something, and then the pawn pushes.
Yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, I think what will happen is the king will come to e6 here, and then the pawn will be pushed, and then king d5 and king d4, and yeah, that's pretty easy from there, right? So.
Yeah.
Because once the king gets in, the king can just escort one of these pawns down the board, and then it's going to be a bishop up. Yeah, exactly, Paul. That's exactly what you want to do with these pass pawns. If you've never really played a position like this before, once we move this pass pawn, well, obviously in this position it just gets captured, right? But the threat of execution here, or the threat is greater than the execution, as Napoleon said. If we keep this pass pawn here on c3 protected by the pawn on b4, White has to constantly keep guard defending the c3 pawn. White can never kind of slack off and go after something else, because as soon as the bishop moves out of the way, c2 will happen and Black will make a queen. So that's exactly what you want to do with these pass pawns in these positions. We want to push pass pawns at some point, but the protected pass pawn like this, we just want to leave it there because it's doing more harm to White's position. We only ever want to push it whenever it's like guaranteed a win for us, right? So we can play on forever and eventually push it when the time is perfect.
Okay, now Diana tried a3, which I guess this is a good point to.
I played a3.
Yeah, I guess this is a good point to do it, because now the bishop doesn't have this check, at least. With the king on c3, you would have time to play b4 and king b3.
I didn't even consider a3 here.
Okay, yeah, h4. Her opponent played. This doesn't even bother, because you're.
Wait, so how did the pawn get to h4? Sorry, hold on. Go back and move there. Sorry.
1 sec.
After a3, what happened?
So we played. King went to e4, and then bishop b1, king d3, h5, a3, and h4.
Okay. I have the moves slightly wrong on the analysis board, but we reached the same position. So.
Yeah.
So Black just played h4, yes?
Yes, Black played h4.
Okay. Yeah.
The problem now is, of course, that the bishop is for the moment trapped by its own king.
Yeah.
And you can't move the king out of the way without letting the pawn run.
Yeah. Is this just lost now?
Well, actually, let's just see. Let's just see real quick. Like, there's one line that goes maybe. Oh no, I meant. Let's see. Maybe. How many moves do you have? Let's see. What if takes? Like, that's they. Can they just push? They can't yet. Yes, they can. This is good enough for Black.
Yeah, that's probably good enough.
Like, it looks a bit weird, but
like,
it's good enough.
Hold on, I want to have a look at the position after that. There's the king here.
Wait, why does the king go there? Actually, we can just capture the pawn. That's actually bullshit. So actually, that doesn't work.
What are we talking about?
that doesn't work. So after captures, and if Black captures back, and we go here, then now I think this doesn't work either. This is too slow. Actually, no, this works now, doesn't it?
Yeah, now c2, right?
Yeah, now it works.
Okay. And if you come bishop back straight away, then it's the same thing again, right? So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So our opponent did finally go for some calculation there, it seems.
okay, so in the game, hold on.
It was.
Can you put the game moves into the board there? Sorry.
Yeah, one sec. Let me see where we stopped. A3, H4, and let's just delete this for a second. It went A takes B4, bishop takes, and king to E4, which is a bit of an odd move because it still blocks the bishop.
Yeah, and then I presume.
What's the idea behind that one? I'm not quite sure. I guess you want to run with the king and stop the pawn.
Yeah.
But then you don't. This bishop isn't tied down anymore, and then this pawn will just run up and protect the pawn again.
Yeah, so what do we play after king e4? If we go h3, then king f3. So that's not so good.
Well, I guess we just.
We can just bring our bishop back, right?
Yeah, either that or maybe.
Like you can just go bishop here, right? And now if king d3, then we can go h3.
Also play maybe king f6.
That doesn't work either. So
maybe just king f6 or king d6 or. But actually, wait. So h3. What were you saying?
if h3, then just king here, right?
Can't you be in time with the? No, I guess you can't. But if you go bishop here, maybe. And then you're gonna have, say, this pawn is just equally good as the h pawn.
Probably just push f5, right? No.
Oh, it's yeah. No, then it's the diagonal is open.
Yeah. Yeah. Bishop d6 is probably just fine then, right?
Yeah.
Because if king here, oh well, you can go king here and then push.
Well, there maybe you can just take the pawn right away. You don't even need to push.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And not that it actually matters, but this should.
That should be.
Yeah. The king can.
These are 2 squares apart. I'm trying to remember my end games. 2 squares apart is enough, I think, right?
Oh, I think it depends on like where the bishop is at the start, doesn't it? As well, like if you can get it to a square where it controls both diagonals, it's like different. But also, I think as long as you have this passed pawn, I don't think it even matters.
The answer pawn played f5 check. Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Then king e6, king g2.
Yeah, I mean this pawn can unfortunately still be defended on h4.
Yeah.
Well, we can't.
I was thinking about a chess that two apart is enough. I'm struggling to remember, but I'm pretty sure 2 apart is enough.
But okay, now like, the f5 pawn is in a weird spot now. Like now.
Yeah, now I'm a bit confused. What's going on here?
But I guess if the king wants to stop the pawn, the black king just runs in anyway. That doesn't probably matter if you lose the f pawn even. But that would still be a very strange way to win the game. Like I don't see why you would put your pawn in f5. Like now, it requires some decision to let this pawn go.
I feel like black is just giving us a lot of opportunities here to make a draw. This doesn't seem very clinical at all. But
yeah, it does not.
Maybe it is.
Okay, bishop d6.
Bishop 6 and b4 is like very. Maybe this is just super clean. And we're being a bit harsh.
We like being a bit harsh here, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess the pawn just wants to d4 now.
I guess it's the same position we had earlier. You just still push the h pawn and win the f pawn. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. You don't need the king. Even.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
She's playing so quickly as well. I think that's a bit greedy. You have so much time here. Like, I'm always telling my students, like, when you're actually winning the game, that's where you need to spend the time, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people make the mistake that they start losing and then they start thinking really deeply about a position, but
Yeah.
it's when you're winning the game that you really need to start thinking about the position, because it's just so hard to win a game of chess that
Although I guess
you think about it, right?
Although I guess we all feel like we would win this in Blitz against Magnus almost. Yeah. I mean, this doesn't seem like there's anything that you can do wrong almost.
Very, very warm.
Right. Yeah. So this very unfortunate. This looks tough. Again, one small slip, very tiny slip by Diana, and just brutally punished by her opponent.
We're not 100% sure just yet. This guy's chess file. We're not using the engines to analyze while the game is going on.
Okay, now I'm confused. Now I'm definitely confused. I thought that after you play bishop d6, surely you let the h pawn go and take the f pawn.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why she played bishop e7 now. Because then I don't.
We were thinking this wasn't holdable, but I mean, if Black's gonna play like this, then we're.
Like, I think if you just make one pass pawn that can't be stopped, and the king can get in, like the f pawn was keeping the king out for a little bit with the king, but now if the f pawn's gone, there's just nothing from the king stopping the king from getting in.
Yeah, I thought like taking here, you take here, and then just any king move, right? Like.
Yeah.
Like king d4, king e5, king h3, king d4, and king e3, right? And I guess that. Oh, whoops. My bad. The wrong button. I guess that you have to nurse the f pawn. Actually, sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. I think you can't. I think this is just not a plan that can really work. Although I guess if you. No, I don't actually see it because now the f pawn is actually a bit. Well, I guess maybe the plan could be that she wants to keep this pawn and just run the king in and say, I don't care about the f pawn, my own f pawn, and just run the king in this way while the bishop's away, and then the bishop will have to give itself up for the c pawn, and this pawn can never do anything because the king is tied down to this pawn and the bishop guards the diagonal.
Do you want to put that on the board so the people in the chat can see?
Right, I was saying bishop is here. Wait, is this a position? Yeah. So here, and then if you just I don't even know what white plays. I guess maybe here or something. And then if you just let the pawn go and run the king in, white can't move the king away really. Well, actually, and now I guess they could, but not quickly enough. King won't get there in time.
Yeah.
And this shouldn't be.
Yeah, now this is curtains, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Anyone shut asking why Black is playing it this way. I don't really know, to be honest.
Yeah, the other way seemed easier, but okay.
It seems like Black had a couple of easier ways to win this position. Again, unless we overlook. We'll see at the end when we go over our analysis with the engine, see what it reveals. Yeah, bishop c2. That's what you said. Played it. Yeah, I guess the king just comes up the middle now, right? And
Yeah.
GG.
Because
So if I don't take on f5, instead of taking on f5, I just bring my king down. G2.
Yeah, okay, I mean, if you don't take on f5, then I think black is completely justified anyway. Because that would be the only thing you would have given up.
I'm going to take on f5 later, but not now.
Okay, when are you going to... Do you have the time at any point? Because if you run the king too far away, then the h-pawn runs again.
If you go king yeah, you can just go h3, right? And now I don't have time to take.
Well, maybe you're giving up a few too many pawns like this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is maybe too...
This is maybe too many pawns
little, right?
that you're giving.
I can take here and then...
Yeah. Although...
Well, I mean, king here, I take...
Yeah, this is still winning. Of course, yeah. Because you can just give... Yeah, of course, this is still winning. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, everything... Nothing to do here. Well, that would be nice.
Yeah, I don't think there's any tricks left.
Yeah, it would be nice, Waterford Wizard, if black was just not... She didn't know how to play.
Yeah, but
king and pawn and
kings. Okay, so in the game we had bishop takes king d4. Yeah, now it's like we said in the game. Like now you can resign, I think. Well, I wouldn't resign here. I would make sure my opponent knew what was going on, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what, like king...
King g4, king e3 was played.
King g4, king e3.
Maybe.
Is Diana gonna try push her f-pawn?
Yeah, I don't know, because really you can't push the f-pawn, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because the bishop protects the h-pawn and covers the f-pawn at the same time.
Yeah.
But this was... Oof, this game was another very brutal one. Like, I didn't feel at all that there were many mistakes in this game. And she resigned, yeah.
She resigned, yeah.
Ah, man.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, if we go through this. Like, it's hard to find
go back a bit.
One move that's really... Like, I think the opening was all good. I mean, fine. I think this position should still be... I mean, e5 is maybe... We can look into this as being interesting.
I think e5 makes a lot of sense.
I think this is the move that gave black some chances, I guess. That
a line that Kev suggested in the chat, I think would have been better for white, not to play passively with rook c2, so like taking on e5 and going f4. And we're not really worried about the b2 pawn because we get a lot of play if black ever captures there, right? So that was a really interesting line that was suggested.
Wait, sorry, where are you now? Sorry. I was sort of...
You were looking on the main board, so I was just looking on your screen.
Oh, right, sorry, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, for the next stream, guys, we're gonna have the analysis board as the big board, and then the live board will be the smaller one.
Maybe we can just close this one now and then make the other one big. Let me see for a second.
Yeah, maybe that's...
I can put this away. And then we close this. And nope, that's wrong. Hold on a minute. That doesn't work. Okay, there we go.
You want to make it a little bit bigger there? It's just small.
Yeah. One sec.
Yeah, Waterford Wizard, we kind of thought that as well. Taking capturing the knight with the bishop was not a great plan for white. I think is what we all kind of agreed on. Good to know the engine backs us up. Yeah, so I think e5 was a good idea from black, and I think a much better try for white was like f4 on move 18 instead. Then let's say like bishop g2. We can't really play bishop e2 just yet, but maybe instead we can just go b3 here or something. I'm not too sure. Let's see what the what do you think about this position here?
The 6f one.
Yeah, this was the position where we thought that yeah, Kev suggested this in the chat that if black captures here, then sorry, not rook c1, but rook c2 instead. Then after bishop g7 and rook b1, white has a lot of play here, and suddenly our light square bishop is quite useful. Looking at f7, we're gonna have a lot of pressure on b7, and you know, if we can ever get this bishop to f3, it's really useful attacking this pawn chain over here. And I guess we've kind of eliminated the pressure that this bishop was exerting on the b2 pawn because we don't have a b2 pawn anymore. So yeah, I thought this was an interesting position, but of course, you know, black doesn't have to capture on b2. Black can just play
what if
bishop g7.
What if they maybe? I think okay. Let's look at the computer here. Maybe what happens if you take on c4 maybe after this whole thing?
After f4.
After you take and then rook c2, and then bishop back to g7, rook b1, and then take on c4.
Take on c4. Can I not just take on d8?
I think you have this here maybe.
Oh, that's a nice one. That's a really nice one. Is that just winning for black?
Let's see what the engine says. I can't be bothered to analyze. Yeah, okay. Engine says this is winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so rook b1 actually loses to knight takes c4.
Well, maybe you can just take the knight, but then you're just gonna be down a pawn.
Okay, yeah, I missed knight a3. That's a really nice move. Okay. So yeah, if f4 it takes rook c2, bishop g7, and you have to go bishop b3 here, and then we don't get this nice pressure on. Yeah, and if we go bishop e2, then rook d5, right? So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe this just doesn't work just yet because of this tactics, right?
Yeah. Well,
That's pretty.
what happens if you take the that and then only? Well, I guess it doesn't really. The c pawn might be a bit weak for a second, but
if rook b1, knight takes, rook takes.
Yeah.
b6.
Because it comes with tempo, so it doesn't work again.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
That
And
can't
c5,
ever.
right? So.
Yeah. Exactly. You have the tempo to play c5.
Okay, so you can never play rook b1 here. You have to move your bishop. That's really unfortunate. You have to go bishop b3, and we don't get the pressure on b7.
Yeah.
Interesting position. Really interesting.
Although this is maybe not so bad. Like, at least you're down a pawn, but you have this pin, you have the bishop pair still.
Yeah, so if knight takes if rook b1, knight takes, then after rook takes b6 is probably winning for black.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, like, that looks really, really good. That looks a lot even better than what happened in the game.
There, Kev. After f4, after bishop takes rook b1 straight away. Well, then knight takes c4, right? So I don't think you can take in here, right? Just yeah, interesting position.
1 second, I'll be right back.
No worries. So, yeah, we thought that this might be a better try with pawn to f4, but okay, bishop takes b2, rook c2, bishop d7. Bishop takes knight, a takes, rook b1.
It just slipped so quickly.
See, well, I guess my. Hello, darlings.
Lucas also.
Oh, hi, Luke.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, it's an interesting line cap, but I think, yeah, I think the computer says b5 and black is doing well.
Oh, actually, it came back pretty quickly.
Anna, do you want to talk about the game at all, or?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me just go from the beginning. Not from. Well, yeah, I guess from the beginning. How are you doing? Good. Hello. Hey, Lamprocles.
He died.
Anna,
Oh, now you're here. Sorry.
What was the idea behind the opening today?
Well,
You were saying you weren't expecting a Grunfeld.
Well, no. For example, okay. So, she usually plays the French, and my King's Indian attack isn't the best thing. Yeah.
Yeah, not the best.
Yeah. So then on d4, I was just gonna go for Colley because she actually just plays d5 and c5, but she prepared me because against d4, knight f6, knight f3, g6. I usually play this, and I mean, obviously she prepared this, and then I was like, nah, fuck that. And actually, I didn't think she was gonna play d5. I thought she was gonna go for King's Indian, which I looked a little bit. So then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go for the King's Indian, and then after this, she played d5. Yeah.
Did you have an idea what to do here, or? Yeah,
no.
E3 is very unambitious.
Yeah, see, I thought after this, I don't know where my bishop is gonna go.
So, yeah, you're supposed
just
to
take
take
this,
on d5 and go e4.
Oh, really? Because I was looking at. Did you see my time? Like, I was just thinking for so long if this is actually okay. But then I thought this pawn is really weak.
This is the main line.
Takes on c3 and then takes.
Yeah. So takes on c3, pawn takes,
and then c5.
And then c5, you can go rook b1 or bishop e3 or bishop c4, I think. Yeah, so rook b1 is like the main line, and then castle, bishop e2, knight c3, and you go e5 here. Or d5. And this is like the big theory.
What?
This is like the main, yeah, bishop takes, this is good for white.
Really?
Yeah, this is your king is dead. Like, where are you putting your knight? Like, knight b4,
Yeah.
h4, you're gonna get checkmated, or just queen h6 and knight here. That's a big thing about the Grunfeld is that because you're swapping your queenside knight for their kingside knight, their king is much weaker. So then once you swap the bishop as well, their king is extremely weak. That's like the main idea in the Grunfeld for white.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. I mean, you just didn't know the theory, so E3 is fine, right? Like, not a bad move.
Yeah, I didn't know anything.
E3 is fine. Okay, I'll give it back to you. So C6.
Yeah. So I'll actually make it a little bit louder. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. C6. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really know where to put my pieces.
I think
you had the right idea.
Yeah.
Here, though,
Queen B3 was a bit.
did you think about capturing before?
Yeah, I
Queen
did.
B3?
I thought this was my longest time that I spent on the move. I think I spent like half an hour.
25 minutes or something, yeah.
Yeah, because so I was either thinking about this. I was thinking about this for so long, and then I didn't really think about Queen B3. I was like, let's just play Queen B3. But I was actually just thinking about. I didn't know what the plan was, like E5 or what, Rook E1. I was seeing like
E5
B3,
seems
like
a bit tasty.
Yeah.
I think.
I like capturing on C5 and going, or capturing on D5 and going Queen B3.
Yeah, because then you don't let the D7 knight capture on
Like,
D5.
then your pieces are like
Did you
placed
do that?
pretty sensibly, like you know.
No, she said she already told the people.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I thought like taking on C5 and Queen B3, like, you know, if Black ever plays E6, then this is a bit of a moral victory. Like, your pieces your setup makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
Like, this position is fine, right? Like, if they ever go Knight B6, you can play A4 and.
Well, what if she plays Queen B3? That Queen B3 doesn't.
Queen B6 or.
Oh, I just take it and then take the check, yeah.
I guess you can take it, or...
Yeah, I can just take, because I take the check. Yeah, okay. That's true.
Yeah, but it was a pretty difficult... I mean, yeah, like you're saying, if you're not familiar with this position, then... it's pretty difficult to... do much. Oh, hi, Neil. Welcome to the chat. And Adam the Irish guy.
Hey Dermot, gang, Lamprocos.
I think I'm not sure if it's the same Neil Bruce, but Neil Bruce I follow on Twitter posts a lot of very useful chess content.
Oh, I think it is
he
the same.
always
I think
makes
it is
you
the
feel
same.
bad about the work you do on chess, for sure.
But yeah, I don't think C5 is a great idea here, right? Because Black is going to go E5 at some point. I think Black is pretty happy to see C5.
Oh
right?
yeah, no way would I ever play C5
Yeah.
yet. No,
so-
C5 I didn't think of. But anyway, I was actually just looking at this for ages, and then
I'm not surprised. Actually, when I saw this
It's
position,
a very
people were
Diana
thinking,
position, right?
Yeah.
It sounded like exactly the kind of thing you're thinking about, yeah.
Yeah, so I was just looking at this for ages, and I was like, "No, don't be rash."
Does Black have to take, though?
Well, if they don't take, then I'll just play F5. So
Yeah, I guess taking...
F4, sorry.
Yeah.
So what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, I guess taking just makes the most sense, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm interested about this one. Well, there's a little TikTok here.
Oh, D4, I didn't see that. Oh, okay, so I lose
It's an
the pawn.
interesting position. Yeah, that looks a bit grim. Oh, your knight is hanging.
My knight.
Your knight on C3 is hanging.
To the pawn. No, the other.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Waterford Wizard. Sorry, I didn't. Okay. Anyway, let me just go back. So that wasn't good. Thank God I didn't do that. I just didn't know what the hell to do. So anyway, Queen B3, and then I was
Queen
like,
B3 was the right plan, I think.
yeah, and like I should have probably just played Queen C2 back, but I just was like, let's just swap off pieces because I never swap off pieces.
A new approach.
Let me just try get into an endgame.
I think your position was fine after you exchanged.
Yeah, see, no, it was
definitely
actually
okay.
I just looked at this and I was like, yeah, well, there's nothing like what. How can she win this? I just thought it's not that easy to win. I mean, sure, she maybe has a little bit of an advantage.
I think e5. Yeah, I don't think she does actually. Like, I think e5 is
Yeah.
the only thing that sort of.
Here, oh
introduces
no,
some
actually, do you
poison.
know what I missed? I missed it. So I saw up until here and I was like, oh, I'm fine after this, but then I missed rook here and I think I'm lost after this. I think I'm lost here.
Well, the
Oh,
bishop
sorry, I didn't mean that. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I meant
Yeah.
take first, sorry. I meant take and then this. And I didn't know what to do.
You move your bishop.
Which one?
Bishop c2.
Okay.
What are you threatening?
To take the bishop on d2.
What other?
Yeah, I mean, after I move my bishop, I mean.
Well, nothing. I guess I just saw.
Yeah.
I was just like, too much to think. I'm not gonna. Oh god, I'm just so bad.
You're not.
You're not bad. You're not bad.
No, but
You
like,
didn't know the opening. What are you supposed to do? Like, you know?
yeah, but then I was okay. I actually thought I was fine. I didn't think it was
Yeah,
too
I
bad.
thought it was. You did was fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Here, I
was.
thought we thought your position was like really difficult to lose here, and especially after bishop takes f3, you have the bishop pair.
But actually, I think after e5, it's not.
Yeah, so I saw
difficult at all to
e5,
lose.
and then I thought after this,
Okay, go
this,
back, go
so
back,
I don't
go
have
back.
to take the knight.
Yeah, I
I
don't
guess.
think taking
Here
the
is
knight
like
really
the
tough.
critical point in the game, I think.
Yeah, we both thought.
Yeah, this is a really critical point, I think. Move 18. Because I think this is a big mistake taking on b6. I think
We're thinking maybe
you're
b3
much
or
worse
something
after
like
that. Yeah.
Or rook c2. I think rook c2
So we
is
were
the
trying
thing we
to-
talked about most.
We were trying to figure out what to do here for white. So like we were looking at like f4, and Kev in the chat suggested this line, and we thought after like bishop takes c2, rook c2, bishop back, rook b1 was pretty nice, but you actually just black can just take here, and then they have knight a3.
Oh,
So there was a lot of interesting tactics here. So yeah, f4 was a bit. f4 I don't think seems to work because black can get away with taking on b2 because they have some tactics to back it up.
yeah, so rook c2, I guess.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to
Yeah.
give away this. I never want to get into. Oh, this works.
Well, this is good for you, right? So
Yeah, this is definitely good.
Oh yeah, sorry, never mind. So she can. She can still can't take. Okay, so what if
Yeah, rook d7, I guess, was the thought.
Yeah.
And then.
yeah. Now f4, I guess. No, f4 doesn't work, I think.
Well, I just have to move the bishop. I mean, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I
Well,
just
if you
thought
go
I'm gonna
bishop
have to hold
d2,
this
then
thing.
rook. I guess is rook d5 good now? That was kind of the problem that whenever you got to move this bishop, like I thought you had to play
definitely-
bishop b3 because rook d5 is a big big idea, right? So I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
It was very unfortunate after this because there was never even any opportunity for like to play for activity or whatever. It was just sitting and trying to defend these loose pawns, which I guess wasn't really possible. Or trying to exchange rooks, which was also not possible.
Yeah, it's a tough position, but I think taking on b6 was not correct.
Yeah. But even then, I don't think I'm lost.
After you take on b6,
Yeah.
I think it's very bad for you.
Well, with the rook and
Wait a sec. Oh, sorry, not now. Sorry.
this is not the
Sorry.
position, is it?
So here,
Yeah, and then rook c2.
yeah, here,
Yeah,
and then here. I
Yeah.
should have just played this. I didn't play this because I thought after this. Well, I actually just thought anything like King G2 or Rook C1, and I thought they're both the same thing. It doesn't matter. But I'm an idiot because of course it matters. Because here I thought this, because she wants to play B6, and now King G2 B6. It's the same
We
thing.
actually thought b6 wasn't a good idea for black either.
Really?
Yeah, I think what oh fuck.
But we thought for a second, I guess, that it was
We thought
too hasty and that
we
you
thought
could get your
b6
bishop
was
to
strong,
d4.
and then I
If she
think it
gets
was
it.
Bada Chess in the chat pointed out that like black's plan here is not to go b6, it's just to go rook d8 and rook d2.
Yeah, but then what do you do with that rook there? Like, just stay there.
Well, I'm threatening to take on b2.
On what?
But we
Oh.
we were sort of
I'm
unsure
threatening
about.
to take on b2, and
I guess Luke
like
was
my-
saying that it's.
But if you
lost.
ever take on b2, I'll just go rook d1. Like, I'll take a one pair of rooks. Rook takes b2, rook d1.
Yeah, but I guess Luke was saying that it's lost with the 3-on-1 on the queen side.
yeah.
Is
The bishop
it?
endgame. I'm not sure. I'm not at all sure that it is. But I'm saying with a B pawn,
I
it's
think
definitely
it is.
It's definitely not lost, I would say. But with an A pawn, I'm not sure.
I'm not
The
convinced.
three connected
Yeah, I'm not
pawns
convinced
are
either.
pretty strong.
Well, I thought this was just equal. Anyway, let me just see this for a second. So, I played King G2.
Well, we
Didn't I?
can look at it for a second and figure out if it's lost or not.
Okay, yeah, let's figure out if it's lost. Yeah, okay, so rook here.
Okay, so-
Rook here.
Yeah.
King G2. Sorry, I don't play King G2 anymore because I don't have any threat.
King of
Okay, so
Wands.
here I would play.
Okay, I'll just go back.
Yeah, I have to play King G2 to defend, so... Okay, I'm still gonna play this. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'll just play King. Oh, this is lost. Rook takes, rook takes, rook takes. And I can't go anywhere.
I'm just threatening bishop takes straight away, right? So
Yeah, I think it.
I have
Well,
to...
actually, I mean, I guess if you take with the bishop straight away, then rook takes rook, and then you get the bishop endgame for sure, and you get an extra.
yeah, but
tempo with
I
that.
think that bishop ending is still winning because you have 3 pawns.
Yeah, but let's look
together, like-
if it is actually winning for a second.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of the key question.
Yeah. I'm not 100% certain.
So what,
but it
bishop
looks-
rook here
it
then?
Looks winning here. Well, you can reach this position many ways, but yeah.
Computer isn't
Let's
sure
say
itself.
this position.
This is not winning.
It's
Well, I think because
Very
the 3
difficult to
pawns on
defend,
the queen side versus
probably.
the 1 is very difficult for you.
Oh, well,
I guess
yeah, but there's...
I guess the point, what I would think is like, if
Okay,
anything, also,
now what?
the H pawn needs some defense at some point if the
Oh,
king
yeah, that's
walks
true.
in.
No? Earth to Luke.
What?
Hello, it's your go.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking. Maybe you can play like f5 here, or just king f8.
I think
Black
maybe
can
you
just
should watch out.
play forever here.
Maybe. Oh no, actually it didn't work. Never mind.
I mean, you need to think about this for a long time, like before you make any moves. And your opponent had like a lot of time and was playing very quickly for no reason. So what are you trying to do with your king here? Play e4?
You could also try to play maybe just
Yeah, e4 is actually not bad. I don't think that's so bad.
oh wait, Luke, by the way, didn't we think about when was the position where we thought e5 was a good move instead of
Oh yeah, we'll have a look at that in a sec.
where you
This is a
played
pretty
king
interesting
g3
one to
really
calculate.
quickly.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that in a sec. This one is important to look at though. I'm not so sure what the correct way to go about this is, but I do feel like these 3 pawns on the queen side is good for black. I can see he's laughing at me. I have the stream open.
No,
No, it's not at you.
I'm not laughing at you.
It's not at you. Not everything's
We're
about
laughing
you,
at
Luke.
We're laughing at someone
Oh,
else.
la, la, la.
Oh my
I'm taking
god.
over the stream. It's all about
watch
me
me
now.
getting a freaking bye tomorrow.
We can
Oh, that
check.
would be bad.
It's the lowest rated.
That would be bad.
I don't think you're gonna get a buy because there are several 1800s as well that are playing 2200s.
Anyway,
So you
this is
should
an
be
interesting
fine.
position that will be good to analyze in depth another time.
Another time we'll never get to it.
But I'm
Well,
actually
I
curious.
mean, that's
like,
for your own study.
I just want to see what the because I'm thinking exactly
Yeah.
like the computer's agreeing with me. I thought F5 was interesting
Ooh, F5.
because
was-
F5 and then
yeah.
if G5 you can really play. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's too much, but just like disrupting sort of the structure a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you might make it impossible for the king to ever come to this. Well, actually, I guess you can see it, but like sometimes I guess it would be a threat for the H pawn to get eaten by the king if you give too much time for the pawns on the queen side to occupy
Yeah.
your king.
It's a good point. Oh, Master Yoda making a good point that maybe you don't even have to enter this endgame, right? Instead of King G2, can you go King F1? And if Rook here, Rook E1, E1.
Yeah, that's probably also an option.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this is interesting.
But yeah, I think actually maybe the important the point where it went wrong was where was it earlier or later actually I guess I think here it was still fine after or fine
Yeah.
again
Oh.
maybe fine again maybe if you don't play King G3 you played it so
Yeah,
quickly
Yeah,
E5.
because
yeah, E5
But I thought this
because
is
then
bad.
all the pawns get eaten and then it's gonna be a draw eventually.
Yeah. This
Really?
looks pretty good for.
Like
This looks
unless
a
you're
much better
getting in
try.
trouble with your king.
Yeah.
I don't,
That's what
didn't think
I
you
just
were.
didn't. We at first we thought B6 was a good move from black, but B6 and Rook F6 I don't think make a lot of sense together, right?
Together, yeah.
So yeah, I think E5 here would have been quite good from you. I think
Oh, I
this is a
didn't
much
work.
cleaner draw.
I just thought after bishop takes here, that's shit. For me.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess not.
You know,
Oh,
like
for
you
this,
you you love swapping pawns. So every pawn you swap is like amazing, right?
Yeah. Especially on the queen side.
Yeah. Great. That's just brilliant!
Yeah, this is like a really clean draw, right? So yeah, we thought your opponent, like many times in the game, went for the long way around, right?
Yeah.
Like, what was the point later on as well? Like, yeah, this was also strange. Like here, I think they could have just gone bishop f4
And won the pawn, yeah.
yeah,
That looked so
Yeah,
early
here
as
I-
well. This
yeah.
bishop on e6 with the rook on g5.
She was playing really quickly, I think. She was just confident she was going to win the game.
Yeah. Guess there wasn't like
She was so
Yeah,
confident in
even
this
here, like-
endgame.
yeah, but
Yeah, here, like,
I thought bishop f8 too, but I don't.
why did she go bishop d6? She can just
yeah,
go h5
just
here and the
h5
game's
as
over.
well.
Oh,
Yeah, she did
That's so
quite a
funny.
couple of
But she
times.
was playing so quickly, like she didn't actually. She just.
I know, it was really stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, but I
It was
guess
like
if
there was
there's
lots of
nothing
chances
you
for her to
can do
go
to-
wrong there. So I didn't really understand why she was playing so fast.
Really, there's not really any chances. for
Yeah,
her
I
to
thought
go
so as
wrong.
well. I think you can't do anything wrong here. Like you can take your time.
Here, here, here. Here.
Yeah, we had some lines. Did you calculate these lines when the bishop, when the king goes to
You too?
c4?
Oh, but then.
But they all barely don't work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was wrong. I missed f5. I was actually just gonna play king e2, and then I was like, king in the center is better.
Yeah, but f4 isn't.
Justice, so
F5
thank you
isn't-
for
isn't
the
helpful,
follow.
I don't think. Like, I don't think.
Did
it's-
you look at king c4 at all, or?
No, I didn't. Oh, I didn't. No, I
Because
didn't.
there were some like
Oh,
chances to mess up.
that's nice.
Because if you
h3.
Bishop e4.
like
Oh,
most
sugar.
of the time,
Oh yeah, I think I
it
did
works
briefly.
by one tempo for black. But there were some chances to mess it up, I guess.
Or not. There.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean
F5.
f5. No.
Yeah, because you have time to go back.
Oh, we didn't see f5 there.
Yeah, but I don't think it matters. Like, let's say if she just moves the king.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work either. I'm just.
Nothing works because
Like,
it's not. Yeah.
It's just one tempo.
Sorry, not this one. Sorry. Wait, no.
They
Wait,
either-
what?
It works.
Oh, f5.
No, but the other one works as well, doesn't it?
Which
Because
one?
like you only have one tempo, you can take both.
Oh,
paths, but
c2. No,
only-
takes.
No.
What?
Well,
So
actually,
you
no.
can't push the pawn here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but c2 should work, doesn't it?
c2, just take it.
And then you can play f5.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's really nice. I did see that. I mean, I didn't even look at this. Wait, what? Wait, that doesn't work.
Oh wait, of course you. Oh no, sorry, of course you can't.
That
because
doesn't work. You can just go
the F5
king
square
there.
isn't
Yeah.
protected anymore.
Yeah, okay, king there just works. But
Yeah.
still, that's not even that easy. Wait! What? That's not even that easy. What is that?
Ah, yeah, tricky.
It's king e4, king e4.
Yeah, but yeah, tricky.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Very interesting game, anyway.
Yeah, thanks. You have to say that anyway. I just played badly.
No, it was
You
interesting.
didn't actually. This
There
was it was like one small thing with like bishop takes b6, I think, and then g3 was just a bit
Yeah,
fast, I think.
few positional errors the last couple games. I
Oh! Let's see how Valentina's doing.
think. Ellen won again.
Let's scroll down.
Really? That's
Really impressive.
great. But we're not in this.
Oh, we're
This
not
is
in the
starting.
thing anymore. Oh, sorry.
Let me just go on to watch broadcast. That's really good. Who did she win against?
He beat another 2200.
Oh, that's really good.
Or WGM, another WGM actually. How did Connor get on today?
Oh, there's Rhea going on, I guess.
Did you see Connor is drawn with two 2500s?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
Oh, she won against my first round opponent.
Oh yeah. Actually, we talked about that. Never mind. Yeah.
That's not surprising.
Jarova.
She didn't play so good.
Yeah, you basically beat her as well.
Oh yeah.
Just didn't get the point for it.
Wait, let me just see.
Should also be very back.
Not the end. Not the end. Oh!
This looks. What does this look like? Wait, I guess it's. Wait, whose move is it? Okay, White's move. Well, then it's probably.
Oh, what?
Just check
Connor
one,
drew with a 2650.
Who?
Connor O'Donnell drew with a 2650.
Yeah, but what? 2650.
Isn't this just
Seth Thurman.
Oh,
Oh, she's
Holy
black.
crap.
Oh no.
yeah, she's black.
Oh, that's not good.
Really?
It's White's move.
Hmm.
Is it? I thought it was.
1
Yeah.
second. Oh yeah, it is white, but still, I don't think it's that easy.
Wait, what? But what happens if you take the. What?
Wait.
You're much better at this dragging thing than I am. I'm really. It takes me just.
Oh, it's Tina! Where is crushing? Okay, so wait, let me just see here. So it's white move. She takes here.
and just getting checkmated. Pretty much. Now you're getting checkmated.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Both of us on 0 points. Imagine if I play her. That would be just great. Just wonderful. It will be so wonderful. Oh. Let me see this game. Okay, this is board one.
Oh,
What?
Diana, you know, for the scenes on the OBS,
Yes?
can you make it so that the smaller board is the live board? And
No, I mean I could have done that as well. It just both the tabs had the same name because I called the study
Countdown
round
is
3.
the thing. Look, countdown is already
Yeah,
here.
no, I know. I had the analysis board.
Oh.
It's just like we had the analysis
Oh.
board small
So
and
you
the
had
other
it.
one big.
Yeah, I
And
want the
both
analysis board.
both of the tabs
big
were
one.
called round 3 because I called the study round 3, and the game was also like the broadcast was also counted. Yeah, it's called round 3. So I tried to switch it and then it didn't really work properly. It always ended up the same.
I
don't think you'll have the buy by
angry.
tomorrow. The 1600 will have the
Yeah,
buy.
you
tomorrow.
definitely. don't have
Why
to buy.
didn't I just get a draw? I could have just gotten a draw. I just
You're
played.
due. You're due.
I just
a
played
draw.
for a
I
draw. No, I was just like, you know what? Let's just
You
keep
beat
it
Valentina
safe.
tomorrow.
No, I'm gonna have black. Ah!
Okay.
Wait, let me just
We're
look
gonna
at
have a
this.
great
Oh, she
one
played the
tomorrow.
King's Indian. I didn't think people still played this.
And they lost with it, so
What?
there you go. That's
I
the
mean,
reason.
it's so bad because of H3. Like, I don't know why.
Oh, I see. You're also playing
There she is
H3.
booked up.
Yeah, I was actually. Well, I wasn't gonna play H3 today, but I just thought that, like.
I mean,
It's-
it's fine. It's a good line for white, yeah. But
I mean, this looks much better than getting the roll on the king's head, at least. So maybe I should start playing this instead of the weird stuff I play. Well, not weird stuff, but like the
yeah,
classical stuff.
I'm playing H3 as well at the moment. Me and Rudolph are.
Speaking
Oh,
of Rudolph,
Andrea! Andrea just followed us. Hello!
how did you do, Andrea?
No, this is the person that I played.
Oh, right. I thought the other Andrea. Oops,
Yeah.
my bad.
No, not with this.
Hey, I thought
She's
this-
also a.
But isn't she called Andy Rect on Twitch?
Yeah, but I guess that's her personal account.
Oh.
I mean, unless it's someone else, but it's
It's an
Andrea.
impersonator. Maybe someone just made the account. I thought you were. Yeah, I thought
Wait, sorry, I meant shout
I
out.
already did that.
Oh, did you? Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you can
I'll
do it
just do it
again,
again, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Dermot. Okay, anyway, let me just see.
I can look at how my countrywoman is done.
Who?
Josephina.
Wait, actually, no, I didn't want to watch this game. I wanted to watch this game.
Thorough.
Oh! Wait, let me just go from the start.
Lost.
Hey, well, I'm gonna head anyway.
Okay,
Best of luck tomorrow, Diana.
thank you for coming in.
won't
I
have the
really
buy, I
appreciate it. I hope so too.
Get a result tomorrow.
Are you,
Big game
Are
tomorrow.
you recruiting Rudy for one of those rounds for commentary?
I can ask him, but
Okay.
probably not. I would feel, but I'll ask him.
Okay. All we can do is hope.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, assuming that they have electricity in Romania tomorrow, that we can do it again at 1:00. So yeah, we missed the start of your game today.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, some big dirty opening prep for tomorrow. Yeah, big win. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Anyway,
Okay,
best
thank
of
you
luck.
for
Enjoy
coming
the
in
rest of the
for.
stream.
Thank you,
See you,
thank you,
chat.
thank you.
Yeah,
Hope you
thanks,
enjoyed
Luke.
my ramblings and nonsense. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it.
No
Okay.
worries.
I'll see you later. Bye. All right. Wait. I just wanted to see this game. Okay.
It's already this one.
Thank you, Takeda, for coming in. What is the pawn doing there?
Queen E1 though.
Okay.
Yeah, that was rough.
Anyway, let me see. You want to see Josephine? Oh, she drew to Laura. Laura drew. Who else is there?
The Andrea we were actually talking about.
Ellen won. Let's watch Ellen's game for a second. Oh,
Interesting. Oh, like that seems like an opening that went quite poorly.
for white?
Black.
Oh, for black. She's actually just not playing with this girl. Woman. Big time difference, yeah, big time difference. Really big time difference.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think she was just the opening just caught her off guard, I guess.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's great. Ellen's doing really well. Okay, let's see.
Probably further up.
Who did you want to see? Oh,
Andrea.
Andrea. Okay. Oh, let me just see this for a second as well. Oh, Anna Maya's winning. Let's watch though.
Oh, against W Gem.
Yeah, this is
Not
the one
bad.
that Andrea beat.
Oh. Having the streamers go after her. Maybe you can beat her next. Are they also going to have time trouble pretty early? We were playing for like 20 moves with 10 minutes.
Oh. The chat is so quiet.
Tricky endgame. Yeah, today was a bit quiet. I think we didn't have that many viewers either. It was like 40 something
Yeah, that's okay. All the lovely darlings that are here.
at the start. Maybe we just missed all the watchers were already collected by the time we got started.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started like 2 hours late or something, or maybe 1:45.
Yeah, I mean, there's loads of people streaming.
Yeah.
I really want to see. I haven't seen Raluca streaming before.
We're gonna watch the stream live on stream. That's Patrick and Deanna react.
Very Diana positive. Well, it wasn't. I
That was
just
your-
hate being at the very bottom of the
Okay,
pile.
but it's just for today. Tomorrow, things are going to be better.
Where is
Don't you bother.
Yeah, Valentina lost as well. Oh, I better not play against Valentina. I will kill myself. Where is? Who are we looking for? Andrea.
You had like 1.5, didn't you? You're pretty far up.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I want to see this one, Bianca. Oh, Bianca's winning. Oh. Board 19. Oh, thank you, Dermot. Board 19. Let's look at this for a second.
Everybody's playing D4 today. All the games
Everyone's
we
playing so well. They're such good
Yeah,
players.
this like she played. Your opponent played really well today.
Yeah,
Like, she
she's really good at it.
didn't miss any chances. Like she had. Well, I guess Rook F6 was the only thing she did wrong, where she gave a chance to come back.
Okay, board 19. Let's see how Andrea's doing. Here she is. Oh, thank you. Oh, she lost.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, someone played D4.
let's see. Oh!
Is this the dreadful Nidorf? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Either of us has any idea what's going on here.
No, but I mean, this is... Okay. I guess I don't get too worried when White Castle's inside.
In the Sicilian, in all Sicilians.
Well, no. Well, I guess generally, yeah. This doesn't look good.
Oh yeah, it's too good.
Wait, is there any? I want to see. Are there any? Oh, this is the girl that I lost to yesterday. So she's winning.
Looks like a study. What the hell is this? Oh wait, actually, it doesn't really concentrate.
Okay, so it's
No, actually, it doesn't. Never mind.
White to Moon. Oh, yeah, okay. Can't do anything. Yeah, there's nothing that she can do. Oh, that's good. Well
So I
done.
thought we were going the other direction.
Well done, Nadia. That's good. I'm glad she won. We want your opponents to win.
Who's Nadia?
Because I lost to yesterday.
Oh, this one. Okay, that's good. Gotta go for those tie breaks.
Well, anyway, I just would like her to win. Okay, so this is Anna Maya's game.
Oh.
I'm so hungry. I'm actually
just
so
draw now.
hungry. Equal doesn't mean draw. Oh, did they
Well,
finish?
Yeah, no, but the computer says. No, but like, just now it was saying.
Yeah, I know. Let's see.
That's my point.
I'm sorry that I'm so low energy. I am just not in a good mood. So the chat better say some things, please.
Yes, give some cheer uppins. What is this?
And it might move, but no clocks. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. That's what I don't understand. The clocks are gone. The clocks are gone.
Oh, that's weird.
Maybe they agreed to draw or something. Well, no, I doubt they agreed to draw in that position.
Maybe they were like, okay, let's not risk it.
She definitely didn't lose on time. I doubt she lost on time. Oh no!
Can't say it too loudly.
darling.
You were at 111 earlier.
Waterford Wizard, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Thank you.
Thanks,
GM
Andy.
underscore
Oh, thank you, and
tranquilizer is now a
Fritzy,
darling.
and Tranquilizer. Welcome. Welcome, Fritzy.
Labus underscore 74 is now a darling.
Thank
Fritzy,
you,
is that a
Waterford
pre-printed
Wizard.
message? Is that like some... That looks like you copy-pasted, or it got copy-pasted by Twitch.
Fritzy
How
Shack is
many
now a darling.
subs do we have?
We had
111
one... It
darlings!
was... Now it's 116, I guess.
Oh! Great!
Derkia99 is now a darling.
Thank you so much, Andy. Labus, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
See, everything.
Did you win your game? No, I didn't, Volkswagen. I didn't win today. Tomorrow is another day. I don't know what happened. Wait, she moved, didn't she? Yeah, she moved. Oh, I mean, White moved. What? She couldn't have lost on time. She definitely did not lose on time. She
That
couldn't
would be
have.
weird. I like...
She couldn't. Black is the only one. The chances. 92. What about this? 36. This is not looking fun. Oh, sorry, the pawn thing. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Cheer up, D. Still chances for a medal. Yeah. I mean, I can't even get a win. Oh well. We'll just
Let's just roll on.
roll
Don't
on,
you
yeah.
worry. Roll on wins.
Yeah.
We're banking.
Yeah. I'm just excited to eat because I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry.
Also, we blame it on the difficulty of the preparation that will increase by the power outage. So that's the reason.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because we wouldn't have. Do you know what?
I don't know.
Actually, we could have nothing.
Prepared against the Grunfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we just
saw
last
one-
minute
we saw one
prepared the
game.
King's Indian, and then I was like,
Yeah.
if I just
Okay, for next time
need
we're
to
gonna
watch
do
my desk
Grunfeld.
videos.
Desk videos are important too. We can't complain about that.
Blame it on the mask. We're not even playing with masks. I have nothing to blame it on but myself. So let's just see why. Oh, they are playing. Yes, so she didn't lose on time. 92 is still going on, right? Wait, is this the game? No, maybe is it not the game?
Yeah, I think we have to refresh. Like go to
sorry,
No,
refresh.
not refresh, but like go to a different game and then go back.
What games are still playing? This game? Let's see some interesting games. Oh, this is a game.
Diana's never satisfied with chess. There can't be enough chess in her life.
Oh, poor Adam. Why is she so low on time? But actually, she's doing so well.
Yeah, I think
She's playing so well.
lose this at least.
She's playing so well. Okay, king here.
This is very unpleasant.
I mean,
to play
it's
for my-
uncomfortable, yeah. Seems you are getting strong opponents. Yeah, well, yeah. Yep.
I mean, you can still easily beat your expected score by a lot.
What expected score?
Like, it's such a strong field that your expected score isn't actually that high. Like, if you keep playing only 2200s, you're not gonna need many wins for it to be a really good result.
I just would like anything right now. I don't want to be in 0.
You won't be.
Anything would be good. I thought they finished ages ago. Oh well, Patrick, that's not really helping.
Helping is really not my strong suit. Gotta.
I mean,
Have it
this
so.
game was finished ages ago, so I don't know why that's not marked. What other games are there? Oh, Lehatch. Okay, she's a really strong Romanian player.
Is this Swiss girl? Her name sounds like.
No, she's actually from Austria. Yeah. She beat that one that I played today. So,
Oh yeah.
what are we gonna eat? I'll just have some Doritos. This is not good. It's just
Right.
ruining my hunger.
What are we gonna eat?
I don't
We
know.
still have Greek thing. Soon enough.
Yeah, okay, we'll have that thing.
Maybe it got melted.
Okay.
I'm sure. Well,
Is the fridge working now? Did
Yeah.
you check?
well, I didn't check the fridge specifically, but also we need to get new water.
Yeah.
Are they good?
Did you have anything to eat?
Me? No. I only went home and then I washed stuff. I washed the dishes and the clothes and the
Oh, did you?
they're still in the washer, right?
No,
In the
okay.
washing machine. And the bin.
No, we're not required to play. Oh yeah, I never.
Yeah, sorry about the. Are we talking about the classical tournament? No.
No.
Okay.
I don't.
I think we have to re-announce it because like 2 people registered, and I think we have to think of a new format.
So, darlings, who wants to play in the Darlington Cup. There's no one. Only Mads is signed up,
And Waterford Wizards.
and Waterford Wizard. Waterford Wizard and Mads are signed up to the Darlington Classic.
I could join, play while commentating. Then there would be 3.
Yeah.
Or it's just a best of like 10 game match between Waterford Wizard and Mads. That could be interesting. And then the winner gets the emote. I could think of worse secondary commentary games. To be honest. It's a bit of a, not a grudge match, but like a, you know. Exactly, Mads. It's gonna be the Darling World Championships. You two are the only candidates. Only ones willing to play. Striving for the crown.
I want more than an emote for that. Okay, what do you want,
The
Mads?
best Darling in the world. I think you get the crown. I think that would be. You sound like Magnus, Mads. It's like, no, I'm not playing for $1 million. I need like, you know, more to even play this World Championship.
Don't like who?
Magnus.
Did he say that?
I don't know. Just imagining he might say something like that.
Supply and demand, my friend.
Yeah.
These are so good. These Doritos.
You just said it's bad to eat them. But I guess they're pretty.
They're addicting. Okay, so
Maybe we should get sponsored.
we should rate someone. I think we should rate Raluca.
Okay.
She's a
Isn't she doing commentary?
yeah. Look,
Yeah, but it's gonna be over in a second.
I want to see her stream actually. I'm a firm no for the Darlington.
Oh, JK, that's not bad. You could have a competition.
That's so good. Well done.
Who can do it best? Who can
Okay,
do-
let's test it. Challenge me. We'll see if JK can do it. I'm gonna challenge you now.
Actually, let's see who can do it faster. You can play it once, and he can play it once, and
I can't do
whoever
it.
mates faster. I'm sure you can.
I can't do
You
Bishop
can
and
figure it
Knight.
out.
No.
Your correspondence game. You can figure it out eventually.
Oh, he's cooking dinner. Enjoy your dinner. Okay, so, but you're not off the hook. We need to test you.
Sounds like a cheap excuse, JK.
Wait,
You should be able to do it while cooking dinner, if you actually learned it.
get learning. Yeah, I know that, but it's still not that easy. Let's see this game. Oh, win! She's winning.
What?
Where did-
Wait, messed up. Yes, somehow. Although, I mean, she was allegedly winning earlier.
Right there was.
That seems like a counterintuitive move as well. Like, your knight seems like it's necessary to
Yeah.
stop the promotion. Now it can't get back in time.
Yeah, I know I got the win.
Although, I mean, let's see. Just because she's winning doesn't mean she's gonna win.
She will. She will.
I mean, she doesn't have much time. And, I mean, is it so trivial?
It makes the same best moves every time. Oh, I didn't know that.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Because if you play a computer, it doesn't do that. Like if you play the computer in the opening, then it makes different moves if you go back and give it a choice again.
I think so addictive.
They are actually really good. We should have gotten sauce as well, and then we could live on burritos alone.
No, that's so bad.
Okay, maybe we need to get more fresh fruit, so you have energy for tomorrow.
The training is different to the engine, so you can pop it into different engines. The hard part is doing it in 50 moves. Well, you actually need to do it in 75. I think the rules have changed. Haven't they? I think the rules changed to 75 minutes.
No, I think it's... Really? What?
Right.
No way. I think it's when the arbiter can declare that the game's over.
Oh, 75 if not recording.
Without anyone having to claim it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, okay, okay.
I think it happened at the World Cup actually.
Really?
Kovalyov against someone. Artemiev or something. Or no, not Artemiev. Kovalyov against I think.
I'm having the rest.
Are you now?
Yeah, no.
Yes. No, okay, fine, have them.
No, have
No,
one.
no. This is the last reward.
Well, this is probably not so entertaining for you guys. So
I think
maybe
it's fantastically entertaining.
maybe we should call it a stream and we'll hand you over to Raluca, who probably has a lot more energy, and you will learn a little bit more from her. So tomorrow is another day. Enjoy the decay, thank you. I'm not enjoying my decay, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I come back with at least half a point.
Okay, this looks like a win for Anima, you know.
Tomorrow big comeback, well we hope so. Thank you, Paul. So we're gonna go over to Raluca Skircha, who is get something else in Doritos. Yeah, that's the plan, Mads. Although actually we have some pastry in the freezer, some cheese pastry, which is really good. It's not like I'm not non-competitive. Well, it doesn't matter. A loss is still a loss. So we're gonna go over to Raluca. Thank you so much to everybody who came in today. I really appreciate your support always. I actually feel the energy from the darlings, and it means a lot to me. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we do well. Hopefully it matters. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you, Dermot. And thank you everyone for coming in. Oh, we actually have loads of people in now. Cheese is bad for your kidneys.
I can make food and just remove a bit or something.
Cheese is bad for your kidneys. Well, that's too bad. My kidneys are healthy.
Is it? That's unfortunate for my kidneys.
Okay, anyways, thank you so much everybody who came in. Oh, chess. Cheese or chess? I think he meant cheese. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Mads. So I'll see you guys later. Let's go over to Raluca and lots and lots and lots of love. Gang, 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 gang. Chess is definitely worse though.
See you tomorrow, by the way.
See you tomorrow. Lots and lots
Next
and lots of
round.
love. Bye bye.